Welcome back to Man Down Sports. As you can see from the thumbnail, we have Channing Frye topic. This is somewhat of a Kobe and Michael Jordan kind of topic because he mentioned their names and tried to, tried to blame them for how bad this era is, which is interesting. You're trying to blame the old school by how bad this era of basketball is, and chalk it up to nostalgia and say LeBron is a great player and need to be recognized for that, and say Kobe and Mike was not as great as everybody remember. I was confused by what he was trying to really say, but nonetheless, we're gonna talk about it. We got Kobe topic as well. I want to get into some things that Byron Scott said about the All-Star game and discuss the All-Star game, man. It shouldn't be a long show, man. I see Posh King in here, man. I see one of my moderators in here. Appreciate you for being here. I see Jeffrey Goward in here, man. Appreciate you for being here. And I see some new people. I don't know who High there is. I see Granny here. I think I seen you before. Laker Nation, what's up, brother? Shine. I'm about to mess his name up. Audrey Oko. I'm saying that wrong. But what's up, Sean? I appreciate it. Greg Anderson in the house, what's up? Frye's a bronsexual. Brian Vestite. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Hey man, but I'm excited, man. I got some new equipment, y'all. I won't be rolling out any of the new features that I got. How do I sound? Can y'all hear me good? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. If I sound good. But yeah, I got some new equipment, man. I enjoy my new stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun tonight too. We're gonna take phone calls tonight for sure. All right, so I sound good. How I look? This is a new camera, y'all. Do my new camera look good? Please say my new camera look good, because I'm excited about this camera. I like this camera, man. It looks real good. Who put 69 in the chat? Taco Master, get your mind out of the gutter. But yeah, I haven't went live in like 2 weeks, y'all. I had a family emergency, so I was in North Carolina, trying to help the family heal and all that stuff, man. So, but now I'm back recording again, man, so we can get the ball back rolling and we can get on some of these topics, and I can come back and do these topics more often. I'm gonna try to scale the podcast up to probably more than once a week. I do my solo show once a week, and then we do Friday show with the full panel once a week. I'm thinking about adding one more day in there. I think I can come in here twice a week myself with a solo show. So I think I'm gonna do that, because there's a lot of stuff happening with the NBA and stuff like that. But yeah, let's get it started. Y'all know, as usual, we're brought to you by Underdog. So here's a word from our sponsor. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player, or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code ManDownSports and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Plus, now that it's football season, you can follow Man Down Sports as we reveal our favorite picks from week to week. Like I said before, pick your favorite player, pick higher or lower, choose your dollar amount, and win some money. It's just that easy. Make picks, win money. We also want to thank Underdog Fantasy for partnering with us, and we want to thank you for helping the channel out by using Man Down Sports on Underdog Fantasy. Don't forget, man, when y'all go out and support, not even support, man, when y'all go out and play Underdog, or y'all do your pick'ems or any of your parlays or any of those things, I prefer the pick'ems. That's what I do. But whenever you do it, make sure you're using the promo code Man Down Sports. That helps us out. Especially if it's your first time doing it, you'll get that deposit match up to $1,000. So make sure y'all doing that to help us out. Make sure you also shopping at Cali Strong on CaliStrong.com. Also get a percentage off on your purchases when you use the promo code Man Down Sports. Those are our sponsors, man. We appreciate y'all for supporting us. And I did a members only video for my members, man, because I wanted to show y'all some of the equipment that y'all helped me buy. Like I said, I got a new camera. But you know, I used to use the Rodecaster, the first one. It was really good, but I was able to purchase. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can show y'all. I was able to purchase this Rodecaster Video, and it does a lot of cool things, y'all. You know, I got different camera angles that I could swap out and switch to at a touch of a button. This camera, this is an old webcam. It doesn't look that good and it's laggy, so I won't be using it too much. But you know, just some things that I can do. This is a Canon up there. I don't like the way that autofocus. You see that square that's trying to autofocus. So this isn't the camera that I would use that often, but it's what I got right now until I get some more or some better ones, right? So so I got that one. Also, this camera, this is an old 8-year-old camera, very old. It's like 8 years old, but it's cool, but it's grainy. And then this is the camera I really like. I need to get 2 more of these things right here. So that's just some of the things that I've been able to go out and purchase, man. And it's definitely a good look, man. I can even do a couple of things with different scenes and layouts. I can put all those cameras on screen at the same time and do it that way, man. I just thought it was cool. So, but nonetheless, let's get started. Yeah, it is good. Guillermo in the house. What's popping, man? Let's shout out my members, man. Zeno Omega, Simply 510, Michael Young, Big Al, Master Chief, Savon Arnold, the Joker 687, Scott Merriweather, Malachi Israel, Ashley H. It's Not That Serious, Keith Brazell, Big T, James Reed, Andrea Williams, Demetrius Day, Taco Master, Cedric Franklin, E. King, Steve Calvert, Unspoken Voices, Taco Master, Ryan Waters, WW, Shay J, R. Bean, Jeffrey Guy, Shy Rider West Side of 23, Wizman Ballin. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all actually keep me coming back. You definitely helped me out, upgrade my equipment, all of that good stuff, man. But nonetheless, I want to get into this Channing Frye topic because I thought what he said was pretty. I don't know what to think, man. So this is what's going on, y'all, because it wasn't just Channing Frye. Even just normal YouTubers, especially with the younger generation that grew up on this era of basketball. Like when they explain, I'm not gonna say any names, but I've seen a couple of guys talk about it that's just kind of popular in the NBA circle on YouTube. When they talk about how people like Charles Barkley, people on TNT, you know, any other former player, especially from the older era, from the 90s and stuff like that, when those guys critique this current era of basketball, it's annoying to the younger guys because it's some guys who started watching basketball with the LeBron era, with the Steph Curry era. So this all they know. And they take a personal offense to it being critiqued by people that have seen the earlier eras and who lived through and watched or even played in the earlier eras. They don't like to hear that critique. Right? They want basketball to be celebrated no matter how good or bad it is. Let's celebrate it. We can find something good about it to celebrate. Don't critique it at all. That's what they expect. Don't critique it. Right? And they're taking offense to it. So that's the position a lot of people has taken. And then you got the people that are former players like Channing Frye who had kind of a personal or more personal stake in the whole opinion because he's really a LeBron guy. I don't know if they call themselves friends, associates, business partner. I don't know what the deal is, but he just don't like to hear LeBron get a lot of heat. And I can understand that too, because when it feels like that so many people are piling on him, it's like he's coming from so many different angles. It's, you know, it's some people that want to take that position to come in and protect them or save them. You know, some people might take the position that I'm coming in, not like if you come for LeBron, you coming for our entire era because this is the guy who led our era. So if you come for LeBron, you coming for all of us. So they come to protect that. Those are the JJ Reddits, the Draymond Greens. They just not going to let you say anything about LeBron. They're coming to protect him because they're protecting this era. What's going on, Dart? What's up, brother? Michael Jordan's fans are the best, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to them over there. And what they do, all that good content with Dart over there. Angry Old Hoop fans, Scap Attack. You know, a lot of people grace their presence or grace that platform with their presence. So you doing a show on this on Monday? All right. I'll try to join you. You said Sunday. Yeah, I'll try to join. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, send me the link as always. Thanks for coming, a new member, Lakers Nation. Appreciate it, brother. So there, I mean, it's different ways that they're coming to protect the whole era. They're coming to protect LeBron. They're coming to protect someone that looked like that he's might be getting piled on. But the way Channing Frye did it with this commentary is almost like he's just sick of fans talking about Mike and comparing players to Mike as if Mike was perfect. And I don't think no one, when they talk about Mike and Kobe, talk about them as being perfect, like they didn't have any missteps or anything that we could actually critique. They actually got critiqued a lot while they was playing, right? So listen to how Shannon Frye kind of like coined this.
Nostalgia is killing the NBA. The 90s basketball, Michael Jordan and Kobe, was not as clean as y'all think it was. Every great player, whether that's Ant, Wemby, Bron, Steph, this, that, they compare them to a month 40 years ago. The rules weren't even the same. Nobody celebrates these new people. So why the would anybody want to be the face of this league where you're going to get on every network for not being somebody from 40 years ago? Bron is one of the greatest players ever to play. Stephen Curry is one of the greatest players ever to play. Giannis is one of the great. Jokic. And you know what we do? We talk about Michael Jordan. All this superstar era is over.
So this is interesting, right? He said nostalgia is killing the NBA. So you got the answer, not the answer, but part of the problem, or what we're identifying as a problem, is the league is kind of declining, right? The product of the actual basketball that's on the floor is not a product that is better looking than the product in the previous era, right? So that's the problem. The problem is when we watch the games, it's not good for several reasons. We'll get to the reasons why in a second, but for several reasons, when we watch the game, it's not that enjoyable. His thought process is that the reason why the game is failing and the reason why we're not enjoying the game is because of nostalgia. He thinks that we're hyping up Jordan and Kobe so much that nothing that can be done after Michael and Jordan and Kobe can really be celebrated because it doesn't compare to Michael and Jordan and Kobe. And he's trying to act like it's only nostalgia that makes us think that Michael Jordan and Kobe was that much of a greater standard than what we see now. So you mean to tell me I'm not enjoying the game, not because the product is not good, not because they're taking away probably 50 to 60% of the game. Well, I say more than 60% because 50% of the game is defense. 50% is offense, 50% is defense. Right? So they're taking defense down, and then on the offensive end, you don't even get the full brunt of what offense is supposed to be. You're only getting a portion of it. Offense is supposed to entail post play. It's supposed to entail big man play. It's supposed to entail mid-range game. It's supposed to entail fast break. It was supposed to entail hard-nosed defense, trying to stop that offense. It's supposed to entail a variety of offense, a variety of ways of scoring. It's supposed to be strategy. I come out here with a game plan. You're prepared for it. I got something that I can go to as a B game, whatever the case may. You know what I mean? Like I come out here with Shaq and Kobe with the Lakers, and your whole thing is we're going to double Shaq as soon as he touched the ball. Okay, plan B is now I got this other killer that's on the wing in Kobe. Now what you gonna do? Or if you're gonna double, I'm passing it to shooters, right? I got so many different strategies I can come with versus everyone is doing high screen and roll, driving kick, and it's either I'm going to get a layup or if you rotate, I pass it to a 3-point shooter. I've seen times it's painful watching Phoenix play because they do 5-man out as well. They got all their guys at the 3-point line, and when they drive and kick, I don't know what the coach is telling them, but the guys standing at the 3-point line waiting for that catch and shoot, they're not even moving from that spot. Like they're expecting the ball to, like, you know what I mean? Like the way they're running the offense is like, I want to cut, but if I cut, that ball might come behind me to the 3-point line because everyone's expecting me just to stand there and be there. And it's painful to watch Phoenix because they pass the ball and the defense defends Phoenix almost like we know you're not going to pass anywhere in the paint. So they're just top locking and paying all the passing lanes, and every Phoenix Sun pass look like a task. Like they can barely move the ball because they're only moving it around the perimeter. The ball is never penetrating with a pass anywhere near the paint. They might catch and pump fake and then take a couple of dribbles to get to the paint, but that's about it. They're only driving if you run them off the 3-point line. It's painful to watch, but there's a lot of teams doing it. So we're not even getting real offense. Like, you know, where's the post players other than Embiid and Jokic? Where are the post players? What's the offense that run through the post first? Why is everything setting screens, high screen and roll, and let's drive and kick and let's shoot threes? Like it's so many reasons why the game don't look good to us. And it's crazy for you to say, I'm just sick and tired of everybody thinking that Kobe and Mike is perfect. Like this dude had the nerve to try to point out that Michael Jordan quit to go play baseball, and that Kobe quit on his team and did, you know, I think they was playing Detroit, and he decided in a playoff game that he wasn't going to shoot in the second half, trying to prove a point. You think that pointing out that Michael Jordan went to go play baseball after his dad passed, he needed a mental break. He went to go play baseball, and that Kobe tried to prove a point to his team and not shoot the ball in the second half. And you think that that's going to kill nostalgia about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant? Okay, who cares if he didn't shoot in the second half? That doesn't change anything that as far as an opinion we got about Kobe Bryant. When we talk about wing players, when we talk about their skill set, how good they are, how much they competed, how much they played on both ends of the floor, the competitive edge for them to play 82 games as many times they did, how many times they won defensive player, first, second, or third team. Like all of that stuff matter. 5 rings, 6 rings, you know, all of these things matter. And that make them the standard, that make them the better player than what we've seen of anybody in this era right now. So yeah, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant is going to continue to be the standard that everyone is compared against. And furthermore, like these players that's playing now have asked to be compared to Michael Jordan and Kobe. They want to be compared to them. If you show up to the league and you tell me who's the best player that we've seen, and I've personally watched Kobe and Mike, and I know they're the best, yes, I'm going to measure myself against them, and then eventually I want to surpass them. But how do I surpass them? I have a whole cheat sheet on how they approach the game, how they competed on both ends, and what the results was with it. You know, how they honed their skills, how they got in the lab every year and came back with something added to their game. Okay, I got the cheat sheet on how they got that good. Now let's see if I can use that same cheat sheet, add my twist to it, and see if I can surpass them. Let's see if I can win more rings than them. Right? Let's see if I can do it in a similar fashion or path that they took. Right? If Michael Jordan won 6 rings with Scottie Pippen being his co-star, And what is Scottie Pippen? Scottie Pippen is a all-star player, a top 50 player of all time. He damn near almost a superstar. So if Michael Jordan can get one superstar and go get 6 rings with him and three-peat twice, what can I do with one superstar? Because that's like the standard. Michael Jordan is who we all want to be compared to. He accomplished 6 rings, 2 three-peats with one superstar and role players and a great coach. If I want to be compared to Michael Jordan or thought of to be better than Michael Jordan, I'm going to try to do something similar to that. Find me a co-star that I can play with, a great coach, and let me see how many rings I can get. Can I get 6? Can I get 5? Can I get 7? And then I can say, hey, look, man, I'm better than MJ. But you can't go and freaking say, yeah, Michael Jordan had one superstar co-star, got 6 rings. Let me go get 2 superstar co-stars. And then you still don't even three-peat one time. You definitely don't get the 6 rings. And you did that formula twice. You ain't got 2 superstars with Wade and Bosh. That's double what Michael Jordan had. And you won half of what not even half. They only got 2 rings in Miami. So he gets 6 with Pippen. You got 2 Scottie Pippen type players, Wade and Bosh. And dare I say, Wade is even a step above Scottie Pippen. I would say Bosh is a Scottie Pippen type player. I would say Wade is on a level with LeBron. So you get a guy just as good as you, and then you get a Scottie Pippen, and you still only get 2 rings with that. And then you go and do it again in Cleveland and get a guy in Kyrie who's on a Wade level as a scorer. And then you get a Kevin Love who's somewhat of a Bosh or a Scottie Pippen, and you try it again and you get 1 ring. So how is it? You know what? Another topic for another day, right? so I'm gonna open the phone lines up. Let me get some of these super chats though. Taco Master said, penetration is the key to victory, John Madden. That is true in so many ways. James Reed, $10 super chat. No comment. I definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely putting the money back into the podcast and putting it to good use, right? So yeah, my point is this. I don't know what Channing Frye is talking about. You can't blame this current NBA being a bad product to the players that we are nostalgic about, like Kobe and Mike. Everybody was nostalgic about them. The players that you're trying to protect now wants to be like them. I didn't say I'm chasing that ghost in Chicago. LeBron said that. I didn't say that stuff. I didn't repeat Mamba mentality and act like I got it. That's these players that's doing that. I'm not the person that keeps repeating in the press conference, job's not finished, because I want to try to act and be like Kobe. These players are doing that. I didn't wear 23. LeBron did that. These guys want to be like Michael Jordan. So don't try to come and protect them now and say, let's stop comparing him to a guy that played 30 years ago. Why? That's the standard. We still ain't seen nothing better than that. And you know what's going to happen when LeBron retires and there's a new player that's just as good as LeBron? You know what they're going to do? They're going to compare them to Michael Jordan and Kobe. Once LeBron finished playing, no one's going to be comparing the new age ballers to LeBron James. It's going to be Kobe and Mike. They're still going to be comparing to Kobe and Mike. Right? The only time LeBron name is going to come up is when they're talking about the scoring record. You can't use him as a standard for winning. Creating a super team and trying to win is no, that's not that. I mean, that's not the standard, man. So let's open the phone lines up and let's hear what y'all think about this topic. Does Channing Frye have a point? Is not Scottie Pippen, but is Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan ruining the current NBA because we can't stop comparing these players to them? Or is he nuts? Right? Is he nuts right now? that'd be that'd be good to know. Let me see some of these comments too. Phone line is open. Y'all can call the show 336-456-6453. It look like I see some people fighting for their life in the comment section. T Perfect, love him or hate him. Brom is third at worst, objectively speaking. That's a good thought process. LeBron is third at worst. That's very interesting. Third at worst. All right, let me see if I can get this phone line ready to go. All right, caller from California. Can you hear me?
Yo, this is Sean.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, good, man. What's your thought, Sean?
Man, he is lying through his teeth, thinking that nostalgia actually is actually hurting the whole entire league. No, nostalgia didn't hurt the league. The quality is hurting the league.
The quality of what?
The game, the superstars, and also, to be honest with you, the amount of hype that they actually push on LeBron, and he didn't even dominate this era. Even Steph Curry's era proves that actually hurts the league much more than just people reminiscing about Jordan, Kobe, Magic, and Kareem, like past eras. Like all of that, like him trying to make it like excuses is one of the many reasons why the league sucks.
Why do you I mean, I got my opinion, but why do you think Channing Frye is coming to defend this era, and it's really about LeBron? He's really coming to defend LeBron. Why do you think that is?
Man, I used the narrative with Darvin Ham at the time when he was a Laker. I mean, he's a clutch sports advocate. He's a worker. He's trying his best in order to get a check. That's just the way he is. He's there for survival mode. He wants to get that $1.5 million check. I mean, when it comes to I'm going to kiss LeBron James' butt off by just doing this and doing that.
Is everybody still hoping that they get some type of job when he buys or he gets the expansion team in Las Vegas?
Man, the better question is, do they think that LeBron James will give him a job? That's the better question. After all they ask is like, bro, you guys be kissing up to him for over a decade, and this guy is still ruining the freaking league. All the NBA is doing is just only just this. Like, we got social media presence, we got troll accounts, and we got fans trolling around making fun of these players. Man, that's an added bonus. This is the current era of the basketball that we think is better than the past eras. Get that out of here. It's so garbage. It's so garbage.
All right,
not only just the players, even some of the fans too, man.
Oh no, we got some of the most clueless, uninformed, and ignorant. Not ignorant and like they're dumb, but like as far as like,
man, you can say ignorant. You can say ignorant.
Yeah.
It's
so
cool.
as far as knowing basketball, I don't know. Like when I was coming up in high school, most of the guys that like basketball played basketball, right? And most of the guys that I played basketball with like basketball more than they like the NBA. And don't let that go over your head, because I think people think the NBA and basketball are synonymous, and it's not. Right? It's almost like saying I like pizza, and someone else saying I like Papa John's. Like Papa John's and pizza are not synonymous. Papa John's is a food place that makes pizza. The NBA is a business that shows basketball, right?
Yeah.
Basketball is way bigger than the NBA. Basketball is the Rucker Park. Basketball is my neighborhood where I hooped at. Basketball is high school basketball. Basketball is women's hoops. Basketball is college. Basketball is overseas. You get what I'm saying? Basketball is way bigger than the NBA. So people, it's a lot of people who didn't like basketball first who somehow got attracted to the NBA and they in love with the NBA. So anytime you critique the NBA and what version of basketball they're feeding us, they take personal offense to it. And I'm like, dude, you got to like basketball more than the NBA. Let us critique the NBA. It's not good. It could be better. Let us critique it. You don't have to be loyal to the NBA. Be loyal to basketball. And we don't have enough fans who like basketball for real because they never played basketball. They don't have basketball pumping through their blood, through their veins. I do. That's all I've known since I was 7. Right. So I mean, that's my perspective on it, man. But thanks for the call. I appreciate you, man.
No problem. Have a good night, bro.
All right, you too. Posh King in the cash app, $10 cash app. He said for the camera, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna get another one of these cameras, y'all. I'm gonna get another one of these cameras and I'm building the studio too in here. Right. So when I get 3 of these cameras, I think that it kind of like make the cipher complete for me. So when I have people come in and record here with me, I have 3 really good cameras, man. So I got 1 so far. I need 2 more of them things. Caller from Louisiana, man. What's your thoughts? Caller from Louisiana. Hello? Can you hear me? Going once, going twice. Caller from Louisiana. All right. Dom, I saw you on the phone line. You can call back. Let me see some of these comments. Caller from Louisiana.
What's going on, boss man?
What's good, man? You can hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead. What's your thoughts?
Hello?
What's your thoughts?
Hello?
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 I can hear you, big dog. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear him on the phone? Yeah, this is what happened when you get new equipment.
You hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
How you doing, my man? What's going on?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. I don't know what's going on. You can hear me.
No, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm calling about the Shannon Frye thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Shannon Frye thing.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Everybody talking about, if they don't want us talking about Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. You get me? Yeah. I can hear you. All right. Yeah, my thoughts on the Shannon Frye. If Shannon Frye don't want us talking about Mike and Kobe, find somebody better. The minute you stop talking, the minute you want to stop talking about them, find somebody better. Because if they had somebody better, it'd be simple. If we had somebody better, we'd be talking about them. The reason you can't stop talking about them, because they're the 2 greatest. You're going to talk about the 2 greatest. You're going to talk about the greatest players of all time. That's just common sense. You haven't seen a better product on the floor. You haven't seen nobody do it with the level of talent that they had to basically play with. Outside of Shaq, Kobe really played with role players. You know, Paul Gasol was a good player, but he was an elevated role player. You know, Kobe didn't have nobody that can catch and shoot for him. You know, when Kobe, I just read one of the comments. He said Kobe took a lot of bad shots. I'm like, Kobe was forced to take a lot of shots because when he passed the ball, nobody can shoot it. After Shaq left, he had nobody. You know, Paul Gasol wasn't a shooter. You know, and same for Jordan. Outside of Pippen, he didn't really. I mean, Steve Kerr was a below average role player. You know, he had some shots in there, but Steve Kerr wasn't. Again, they're not all-stars, they're not Hall of Famers. So that tell you what it was. LeBron had a bunch of all-stars, a bunch of Hall of Famers. You know, I hear this narrative, LeBron carried his teams. You can't carry super teams. That just don't happen. You know, you go to 10 NBA finals, 9 of them you had a super team. You don't carry super teams, but that's my thoughts.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Good call, man. Thank you. Caller from Virginia, cut YouTube off in the background, man. What's your thoughts?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, make sure you cut YouTube off, so
Hello?
and so you can hear me just straight through the phone.
Hello? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Okay. This is caller from Virginia. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I can't hear you, bro.
Sheesh, man. That's
I did. I cut it off. I was going to say that this Channing Frye thing, I think this is a response. Yeah, I did. I did cut it off. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now? I can hear you. Okay. This thing with Channing Frye, I think it's you know, of course. Oh man, you still can't hear me, huh? Oh my goodness. What's going on here? I don't have you. I got YouTube cut off, so I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Hello?
I can hear you.
Hello? Hello? Oh boy. Hello?
All right, so yeah, it's I might have some issues going on with this phone. Yeah, there is some type of lag, so I probably won't take no more phone calls, but yeah, but we can just get with everything in the comments. I have no clue. I had to do another sound check on that. I thought I was good to go on the phone call, but yeah, stuff be like that. Hey, Greg, what did it sound like? I might have to go back to the old equipment, you know what I mean? Which is no problem. There's no problem, man. But yeah, let me take this phone line off, and we just go to our next topic. Man, I can't wait to hear how that sounded when I play this back. Let me see what James Reed said. I believe all these people who talk about LeBron being better than Jordan or Kobe or Olajuwon is wild. It's all noise, it's propaganda, and it's blasphemy. I agree. I agree, man. LeBron has never won a single championship without a super team, throwing his teammates on the bus, firing coaches, flopping, crying, making a million excuses. You know what? If you count that bubble as a championship, I think that was not a super team. I think they had, because my definition of a super team is 3 superstars in their prime. I think AD was definitely a superstar in his prime. I think LeBron was a superstar that was, I would say he was still in his prime, but Dwight Howard was not in his prime. If Dwight Howard was in his prime with AD and LeBron, that's 100% a super team. But the fact that Dwight Howard was past his prime, I can't call it a super team. But that was close because you definitely had 3 superstars on the squad, but one was past his prime, one was at the end of his prime, and you only had AD that was smack dead in the middle of his prime, and then you had Rondo on there. I wouldn't say he was a whole superstar, but Rondo was very good, but I wouldn't call him a superstar. But that bubble team, I give him that. If you count the bubble ring, I would say that was a ring without a super team. But Cleveland, Miami, super teams, bro. All right, so somebody brought up Kobe Bryant, so I think it's kind of fitting to go there. I like this topic with Kobe Bryant because I seen some things. I mean, it was Matt Barnes that was on. I want to say Gilbert Arenas came on All the Smoke, and they had this conversation. I like what Matt Barnes said about it. Watching Ball Don't Stop. I love that podcast. So shout out to the guys over there at Ball Don't Stop. He does a really good interview with Will Barton. I think he's a regular on that show. And Will Barton, he speaks very, very clearly about what do you think about the whole conversation. I like what Will Barton had to say as well. But I want to start with Chris Duhon, who played with Kobe. And I don't know how old this interview is. He was on someone's podcast. I think these are just a regular YouTuber. And he was asked about something about Kobe Bryant, and he told an interesting story surrounding triple doubles. And y'all know how much I don't despise triple doubles, but I despise the fact that we celebrate triple doubles like it's some type of championship ring or something like that. Like if you like, I just want you to take a step back, close your eyes, and think about how the NBA circle and the NBA media and the NBA fans view and talk about triple doubles. Like, if a player gets a triple double, I want you to hear how hyped it is and tell me what else is hyped that much outside of a championship ring. What is hype on the level of a triple double other than championship ring? Championship ring, that's the end all be all, right? Triple doubles, triple doubles is getting people MVPs. Like triple doubles is so overhyped that it means that if you can average one, you must be the MVP of the league. If not, even if you average one, that will settle for you almost averaging one. Give them the MVP. Westbrook averaged one, got MVP, but then it was like, well, it's really easy for him to average a triple double. So if we give him MVP every time he get it, that ain't gonna be right. So he averaged another triple double the next year and didn't get MVP. Go figure. So they hyped it, and then they thought about it and was like, it's not really that impressive. Until Jokic started getting it, and it was like, oh, it's impressive again. And triple double automatically means MVP. And Jokic hasn't even averaged a triple double yet. He almost averaged one. And that was like, well, for you to be a center and get 9 assists, that's impressive. So you don't actually have to average the triple double, but you're close, and that means you're the MVP, right? So I want y'all to hear how Chris Duhon talked about the MVP, not the MVP, but triple doubles as it pertains to Kobe Bryant.
And we're on the road. We played in Staples the next day. It was a back-to-back. And, when you get on the plane, like, you could get the sheets from, all the scores and stats from everyone that's played throughout that on that day. Yeah. So you get the stat sheets, and we're kind of going through it. And I was sitting next to him at the time, and it was like, oh, LeBron gets another triple double. Like, LeBron had a triple double. And he's like, oh, LeBron got a triple double. And I was like, shit, you ain't gonna never get one of them because your ass don't pass. And he starts laughing. And he was like, all right, I bet you $5,000 I get a triple double the next game.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, all right, bet it. And sure enough, I think he was 1 assist and 1 rebound shy at halftime. And like, but every time he was doing it, he was just looking at me and just winking. And we talked after the game. He was just like, and it just goes to what his mindset was. He was just like, if I wanted to, I can get a triple double every game. He was like, but my team needs me to score. Like, I want to take the hearts out of anyone that's guarding me and the other team, knowing that they can't stop me. And that's just, like they said, the mama mentality. That just was his mentality. Like, he just wanted to go out, compete at the highest level, and make sure that that he was the best player on the court at all times.
So here's the mindset. And this is coming from a former teammate, Chris Duhon. He said he teased him about LeBron getting another triple double, and Kobe kind of like laughed at it, like, dude, put $5,000 on. I bet you I get a triple double next game. Like, so he's in his mind. And I always tell people this. I think the top 10 players, especially if they handle the ball, right? It'll probably be harder for a post player like Tim Duncan or something like that. I mean, because he's not going to be put in a lot of positions where, he's running the fast break. That that's on the fast break, you get at least 4 of your assists a game. Running the break, so you might get 3 or 4 assists that way. I mean, of course, big men in the post, passing out of the post to a shooter, that can lead to open shot and an assist. But a lot of times, if you're playing a good team, the rotation should be there. So the person passing out of the post most times don't get the assist. They get the hockey assist, right? The person they pass it to have to make that extra pass to get that open shot sometimes, right? So So a post player, outside of a post player, if you play point forward, point guard, point center, whatever the case may be, if you're playing on the wing and you get the ball a lot, and you get to make decisions, you can accumulate a lot of assists, right? And if you're the best player on the team, you're gonna score 10 points at least a game because you're going to get the opportunity to score that many points. You're going to get 20 to 30 shots a game. So you can already book it for your best player. If they are a wing player that handles the ball, you can already book them for close to a double-double with points and assists, especially if your best player is a point guard or point forward or point center. Point guard was Westbrook. He always flirted with a triple-double. He averaged a triple-double 3 times. Point guard is LeBron, or point forward is LeBron. He's always flirted with a triple-double. Luka's always flirted with a triple-double. He's the point guard of the point forward. Harden played point guard for years, always flirted with a triple-double. And Jokic is a point center, always flirted with a triple-double. Everybody who flirts with a triple-double has that in common, or have that in common. They're going to be the decision makers on offense. They're going to handle the ball as a point guard, point forward, point center. There's your 9 assists. There's your 10 assists. If you're the best player, there's your 30 shots a game. So you should be able to get 10 points out of 30 shots. Lock them in for a double-double. Now, as far as the rebounds, are the rebounds impressive? Like, have anybody actually seen players grab rebounds in this era of basketball and was impressed like the rebounds that Dennis Rodman used to battle Karl Malone for, or the rebounds Dennis Rodman used to battle Shaq for? Luka gets 8 to 10 rebounds a game. Have you seen Luka rebounds and say, oh my God, if I had to pick someone to battle Dennis Rodman down low for a rebound, it would be Luka Doncic? Have anybody ever said that? Have anybody ever sat down and was like, man, Luka can rebound? That's a great rebounder. Who's your top 10 rebounders in the league? Oh, Luka for sure. Has anybody ever said that? Have anybody ever said this man is a beast he's the round mound of rebound like Charles Barkley? I'm impressed by the rebounds that Shaq grabbed. I'm impressed by Hakeem Olajuwon's rebounds. I'm impressed by Dale Davis rebounds. I'm impressed by Dennis Rodman rebounds. Antonio McDyess, Rasheed Wallace, Chris Webber. I'm impressed by those rebounds. Charles Barkley, Moses Malone. Hell, even Jokic is a great rebounder. I'm impressed by those rebounds. I'm not impressed by an era of basketball where all 5 men on offense are standing at the 3-point line and someone is taking a 3-point shot without any dribble penetration, without their feet touching the paint. They come down either 0 passes or 1 pass, and a 3-point shot goes up, and the rebound falls in Luka's hands. And when he get 10 of those, he just happened to get a triple-double. We know he's going to get the points. We know he's going to get the assists because he's the point guard, and he don't pass the ball until he gets an assist. So we know he's going to get the assist. So the only other thing that's left in that equation of a triple-double is the rebounds. And I'm not impressed by his assists or his rebounds or his points. You're taking 20 to 30 shots a game. Of course, you're going to get 10 plus points. You're the only person authorized to pass the ball for an assist. Of course, you're going to get 10 assists, and you don't defend the best player or the second best player or the third best player or anybody who handles the ball that can dribble penetration. We're hiding you on defense, and we're putting you in the corner, and the rebounds are getting long threes and falling outside the paint in your hand. You get 10 of those, and you want me to be impressed when I look at the stat sheet and see a triple-double? No, I'm not impressed. I am not impressed. So I'm not impressed by the triple-doubles, and I'm glad that Chris Duhon mentioned that Kobe Bryant was like, hey, on demand, if I wanted to get a triple-double, all I got to do is change the way I play. Instead of me going out in killer mode, which is what he said. He said, well, my team, the way I'm operating, I take your heart out by showing you cannot stop me from scoring. Point blank, period. That my job every night is to come out and wreak havoc and cause problems. How are we going to stop this man from scoring? If we don't keep him somewhat under wraps, he's going to go for 40 or 50 any given night. And then if you talk to him, he might go for 60. That was his plan. That was his goal. That's how he approached the game. And then on the other end, he came down and he defended. He didn't hide on defense. There's no scheme to say, we got to find a way where we got to get Kobe off the ball. We cannot allow him to guard anybody who can dribble penetrate. We cannot allow him to chase Reggie Miller around these screens because he's not conditioned. I just want you to think about this. Luka Doncic is the so-called best player in the league. And on defense, he's not conditioned enough to chase Steph Curry around screens or Klay Thompson. So we can't let him guard a player that's moving that much. He's not quick enough, fast enough, swift foot enough to stay with a point guard, even though he plays point guard. So we can't let him guard the ball. So I can't guard the ball because I can't stop dribble penetration, and I can't guard the off ball player that's running off screens because I'm not conditioned. And I can't guard a really good post player. So what is left? Whoever the weakest link on offense is that's going to stand in the corner, that's who you're going to guard. And this is supposed to be the best player. And then here we got Kobe Bryant that's putting up just as much points, if not more, and also coming down here and saying, I don't care if your best player is a ball handler who dribble penetrates, or your best player is a shooter that runs off screens, or your best player is a Carmelo Anthony that gets in the post. I'm guarding whoever the best player is, unless I'm undersized and I can't guard him. But we're not talking about Luka. We're talking about Kobe Bryant, right? So that was Kobe Bryant and Chris Duhon talking about triple doubles. All right. Then Will Barton was asked, why do you think everyone that played the game recognized Kobe Bryant as being better and a better player than LeBron James? This is what he said.
I feel the three greatest players.
You know, you saw prime LeBron, you saw right at the end of prime Kobe. Why do players still to this day that played against both choose Kobe over LeBron?
I think with me is just, what Kobe stood for, represented as a basketball player, right? Obviously, you got the 5 championships. And I think what the players respect most about it is we feel like he took the harder route to get his championships, man. The 2 without Shaq, but they hold a lot of weight when you go to 3 straight finals without Shaq and win 2 of them and go back to back. And he didn't get a super team. His second best player was Pau Gasol, who's a great all-time great. Never disrespect Pau Gasol, but I don't think at the time when Kobe got him, we didn't look at him how we look at him now. And when you look at LeBron on his championship teams that won, he had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and then he come back and win with Kyrie and Love, and then another one with AD, who are AD, Kyrie, and D Wade are up there in that top 50, top 75 type talents and players.
So he said, man, why y'all respect Kobe so much? Why y'all keep putting him over LeBron? He said, well, first of all, we all as players recognize that we seen Kobe take the hard route. Yeah, when he got drafted to LA, Shaq was already there. But he knew that the narrative was going to be, oh man, he's Shaq's sidekick. So he wanted to show the world that he was just not a Scottie Pippen. He was not a sidekick, that he was on a Michael Jordan level, or at least close. So, yeah, I accept the challenge of playing without Shaq. As a matter of fact, when you hear him in his, his not press conferences, but his interviews talking about that summer of free agency that, you know, he actually was looking at houses in Chicago and he was ready to leave LA because he knew it was going to be a situation where the Lakers had to choose between him and Shaq. And, you know, he thinking, look, man, I just leave. Y'all ain't got to choose. So I think Chicago was one of the places. I can't remember. I can't remember if Philly was in the mix, but he was ready to go. I'm about to start my legacy, you know, after Shaq, and I'm about to show y'all what I can do without him. But Jerry West swooped in and was like, nah, we picking the young guy. We see what Kobe Bryant is made out of. We letting Shaq go. So Shaq goes to Miami, and the Kobe era without Shaq starts in LA, right? And he had a couple of struggle years, and then they finally got him a sidekick. Like I said, you can start judging a player, especially if you're going to compare them to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan didn't win anything until they found him a suitable co-star that was all-star level or something close to all-star level, right? You give me a co-star that's a good player. Star, superstar, all-star, whatever the case may be, give me a co-star. And then let us build around me and my co-star. Right? So that clock start. Like, you know, when you don't have a legitimate co-star on a Scottie Pippen level, right? Or above or just below it, like you need one of those. That clock starts when you get your Scottie Pippen. And Kobe Bryant, when Shaq left, didn't have a Scottie Pippen. He had Smush Parker, he had Luke Walton, you know, he had players like that of that nature, and then he finally got his Scottie Pippen and Pau Gasol. Not a top 75 player, not a top 50 player, but at his position at power forward, he probably was 100% a top 10 player at his position, and arguably a top 5 player at his position. I mean, you had Duncan, of course, at power forward. You had Garnett at power forward. I think Webber was already out of the league by the time. Yeah, Webber was already done, and his ACL was gunning, so Webber wasn't there. I would say Rasheed would be the third. I would say Dirk would be the third. Rasheed, Pau Gasol, Amari Stoudemire, Chris Bosh. Those guys is a toss-up who you think round off that top 4, top 5. But after Duncan, Dirk, KG, after those 3, those are for sure the ones ahead of Pau. Kobe didn't get a Garnett. Kobe didn't get a Duncan. Kobe didn't get a Dirk. Kobe got Pau. Pau is on Chris Bosh's level. Pau and Chris Bosh are on the same level. Pau was Kobe Bryant's co-star. Chris Bosh was a role player for LeBron. Wade was his co-star. Wade was LeBron's co-star. Chris Bosh, who's on the level of Pau, was LeBron's role player. Kevin Love, who's on the level of Bosh and Pau, was LeBron's role player. His co-star was Kyrie. And you heard what Will Barton said. He said Wade, AD, and Kyrie Irving, those are top 75 type players. Even though they screwed Kyrie out and didn't select him for it, we know without a doubt that he's a top 75 player. Without a doubt, we know that. Forget all the politics. He's a top 75 player, right? But those was his co-stars. So not only did he get a co-star on a Pippen level, he got a role player on a Pippen level, right? Kobe only had Pau. Michael Jordan only had Pippen. But nonetheless, the clock started for Kobe when he got Pau, and when he got Pau, he went championship. Finals loss, championship. So he went to 3 straight finals, lost the first to Boston, who was a super team. The first super team of this era was the Boston Celtics Big 3. KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, 3 superstars. toward the end of their prime, but still in their prime. Kobe went in there being the lone superstar on the Lakers, with his co-star being would you call Power French all-star? He was an all-star, not a top 75, not a superstar, not a top 5 player in the league, probably not a top 10 player in the league. He was barely top 5 at his position. That's different. Because when Wade was in his prime, he was not barely a top 5 player at his position. He was number 2 behind Kobe in shooting guards, and it wasn't close. Maybe Brandon Roy could have an argument. Brandon Roy might have been on Wade's level, maybe. But there was no doubt that Wade was a top 2, top 3 player at his position, and definitely top 10 overall in the league. Definitely. Right. So there's no doubt that he had his superstar player. LeBron didn't have just a Scottie Pippen. He had another LeBron level player in Wade. Right. So I thought that was interesting by Will Barton. Then Matt Barnes had something to say about it.
I feel the 3 greatest players of all time are MJ, Kobe, and Bron. So to me, you can throw any of those 3 up, and however you slot them, I don't have an issue with it. It's weird that I feel like outside the non-athlete media always kind of leaves Kobe out of the top 5 or sometimes the top 10. And it's crazy because the guys that played with him or against him understand what he was about, understand that drive and that killer he had. But again, to me, that's not knocking because I think Kobe is ahead of Bron. That doesn't mean I dislike Bron. I think Bron is fucking incredible. And for him to still be doing what he's done and the doors he's opened, and got his son on the team, and he's going to be the owner of the Vegas franchise when that shit happens. Like, he's done shit that we normally don't get opportunities to do. So I think as far as on and off the court, I think Bron is probably the all-time GOAT. But I just think when it comes to basketball, I think it's MJ, Kobe, and then Bron is a respectful third.
Matt Barnes. I mean, but that's the nice way to put it. I don't understand why people think they have to put LeBron in the top 3. I don't think he's top 3. I really don't. I don't think Kobe's number 2. I think Kobe's the second best player I've seen play the game. But when you add in achievements, resume, and all that stuff, I think the career of Kareem exceeds the career of Kobe Bryant. And he was a good enough player to where you actually put that together, a career. I mean, we talking about high school, winning at that level, winning at the college level. And I'm not just talking about, we won once. I'm talking about like dominating, winning 2-3 times, right? And then winning 6 times in the league. I mean, it's just like, his career was unreal. He had the scoring record for so long that says something. So I think Kareem easily has that number 2 for me, and I think Kobe Bryant number 3 sits well for me. As far as LeBron James, the debate starts after Kobe, right? So Mike, Kareem, Kobe, then the debate's got to start at number 4, and it's a lot of people you got to debate. LeBron just can't have number 4. He's got to, you've got to prove why he's number 4, right? You got Tim Duncan, you got Wilt, you got Russell, you got LeBron, you got Hakeem. It's a lot of guys right there. You got Bird and Magic. Right? It's a lot of guys for that number 4 where that conversation has to be a real conversation and a real debate. You just can't give it to LeBron because you like the way he walked. You just can't give it to LeBron because he manipulated his career and made sure that he was going to get the scoring record. And because he played 1,000 years to make sure that he can accumulate stats. Because he played a style of offense that made sure that no one was going to outstat him on his team. I'm going to get the assists. I'm going to get the shots up and get the points. And oh, by the way, I get the lollygag on defense because I'm doing so much on offense that these rebounds just go fall in my hand just like I'm Luka. Hot rebounds coming off the rim, falling in his lap like cappuccino. And that's what that's what his career is a stat, he want all the credit for stats. When They don't play the game for stats. They play the game for rings. So when you measure a player, you measure them by what everyone is competing for. If we all got on the court and was competing for stats, then I would use stats as a metric to find out which player is better. But they're all on the floor competing for rings and wins. Like if you watch a game right now and you stop the game in the middle of the game and grab one player from one team and another player from the other team, bring them in the half court and say, hey, why are y'all on the floor fighting and competing? What are y'all trying to get? They're both going to say, we're trying to get a win. When you throw that ball up in the middle of the court and for jump ball, everyone has the same goal. We're trying to win. So everything that you do as far as how you judge players and judge teams, you judge it by winning first. It'd be different if all of them showed up to the arena and said, we're competing to see who can get the most stats. We're competing to see who can get the most triple doubles. How do you hold something so insignificant so high? Which player is better? Well, which one has the most stats? That's not how it works. Which player is better? They're all competing to win. Who won the most? That got to count for something. It counts for something. So you got to keep that in mind. I see T Perfect kind of disagrees. I don't know what's going on with this Bluetooth, but I'm going to try to open the phone lines up one more time. I don't understand why it's lagging so bad though. Let me see if I can I'm gonna disconnect and then reconnect because my first call went pretty good. So I don't know what happened after that. So let me disconnect from the Bluetooth. Boy, new equipment, boy. I tell you, boy, new equipment to get you on the daggone live and embarrass you. Man, I thought we was rocking and rolling, y'all. And I was like, man, why this dude can't hear me, man? Why this dude can't hear me? I thought we was rocking and rolling. Turned me into a lie. So T Perfect, I'm gonna open the phone lines up for you. You can call in with your disagreement. We can have a conversation. I want to hear what you want to say anyway, because I see you engaging a lot in the comment section. And I think it's worth that everyone can hear what you think on LeBron being number 3. So there's the number on the phone, on the line, on the screen. Man, I hope this work, man. I really hope this work, man. I thought I had the Michael Jordan of roadcasters, or Michael Jordan of podcast gear, but I think I got the Luka Doncic of podcast gear. But we go get it straight. All right, so let me see. I'm sorry. Man. All right. Caller from California. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, Mel? This is C Perfect.
All right. Is the lag there? Hey, y'all let me know if the lag is there. Put a 1 in the chat if it's good. If it's lagging, put a 77 because Luka lags a lot. All right, go ahead, T Per. What's your thoughts?
Like I'm on your I'm on the same page with you, Mel, for a lot of what you say, like about intangibles. It's not all about stats and things like that. And I mean, like I said, I think Kobe's an incredible player, but when I think a lot of the hate, and like I don't by any means think that LeBron's the GOAT, but at some point you have to have a consistent criteria for how you're ranking these players. Is it rings? Is it how much help they had? It's like I guarantee if these people don't have if you have LeBron like outside of your top 5, I have him at 2. But if you have him outside of your top 5, I can't take you seriously because you're saying that that's basically telling me that you're basing players off of emotion. Hey, you're really not using anything except for maybe ring count or something like that. You're not using analytics. You're not using averages. You're not using results on the floor. You're not going to talk about fouls appearances. You're not going to talk about defensive analytics. You're not going to talk about his all-time scoring average, which is about, I believe, fourth all-time. He's top 5. You're going to talk about any of his records, and how Kobe doesn't hold a candle to those. Kobe was cerebral. He was a great player. I mean, I think he's a little overrated defensively, and I think the numbers attest to that. I think his own coaches attest to that. But Kobe's a top 10 talent for sure, and I don't think you can put him outside the top 10. But with LeBron, again, I'm going to need, if someone says that he's not a top 5 or even top 10 player, I'm going to need you to show me who's on your list and why. Importantly, you can't just say they're winners because it doesn't hold water. You're going to have to, I say that you don't know basketball if you have him outside of your top 10, not to you, but to anybody who's like in our chat there who's saying he's overrated or
Yeah,
flopper.
I accept the challenge, but before I want to hear you out. What's your criteria?
My criteria is it's a bunch of stuff, like winning his overall resume. Like, how many MVPs do you have? What do your analytics look like? What do your averages look like? I don't use totals because I think totals aren't fair to players whose career got cut short, like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, things like that. I use winning. Like your overall resume. What do your accolades look like? What are your achievements? Again, how impactful were you to your team? And those are all things that LeBron exceeds in. I think really the only players that you can say beat him all across the board or in more categories are Mike and Kareem.
Okay. All right. So here's how I look at it, right? I go based on what the most important thing is in basketball, right? Right. If I was to ask you, I list 5 things. I say winning, right? I say scoring, defense, let's say analytics, stats overall, rebounds, let's say, I don't know, let's say teammates. I don't know. So if I was to ask you out of all that list I named, give me the top 3 things that are most important to the game of basketball.
To me, I mean, like I said, it's your entire body of work. It's
No,
your
the top 3
analytics,
things. Like it's a lot
top
of
3
things we can
things.
list, but give me the top 3 things that are most important to
Uh,
basketball.
Top three things to me are your accolades.
No.
Your
To basketball, not a player. What's the top 3 things
oh,
that's important to
like
basketball?
what you for the sport?
Yeah, the sport is like it's
I
all
mean,
like all right.
obviously,
I help you out. We only play the sport for one reason, right? We're competing
yeah,
so
you
we
play
can
to win.
to win, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's got to be number 1, right?
I mean, sure, but there's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah, but we'll get there. So winning would be number 1. So that's what we're all playing for. So that has to be in high regard, right? Now, what do you do in order to get a win? What's more important to winning? Scoring, stopping your man from scoring, or your stats?
It's how well you do on both ends of the floor.
Okay, so
How much of an
scoring,
impact you can.
scoring and defending. So winning is the number 1 objective. Scoring and defending is how we reach that objective, right? So
Okay.
one would think, for me, this is how I look at it. The most important things to winning the basketball game is scoring the most points. And one of the ways you score the most points is by scoring and stopping your man from scoring. Those are the 2 most important things, right? So winning is the top priority. Scoring and defending is how you reach that. And then everything else is secondary to that, because if I play great defense, guess what I'm probably going to do? I'm probably going to force you to miss a shot. And what happens with a missed shot? Someone grabs a rebound. But if I can't force you to miss a shot, you don't get a rebound. If I can't score the basketball, you can't get an assist. Guess what I can do without an assist, though? I can score the basketball. I don't need you to assist me to score. But in order for you to record an assist, whoever you pass the ball to have to score. So the ability to score is still king. No one is trying to build their team around the best passer in the league. they're trying to build their team around the best scorer in the league.
Yeah, and LeBron James is a better scorer than Kobe Bryant.
And that's false. That's false because you can break down scoring into a lot of different categories. You can break it down to what I do with the ball, what I do without the ball, what I do in the post, in the paint, in the mid-range, catch and shoot, dribble pull up, dribble penetration, 3-point free throw, right? Can I play off the ball enough for my co-star to star in his role as a point guard or a point forward, like Scottie Pippen or like Ron Harper or like Derek Fisher or Lamar Odom or Tony Kukoc? Like, can I do that, or do I have to have the ball too? Right. So,
well,
go ahead.
Here's like a couple. I mean, this is just in response to your about. I agree with you. Scoring, and if the best two-way players are the best players ever. Like, I agree with you 100% there.
Well, there's no such thing as a two-way player.
You mean the best players on both ends of the floor? That you don't believe in that?
No. I'm saying there's no such thing as a two-way player. A player plays offense and defense. That's a player. If you only play one side of the court, then that means you're half a player. So there's no such thing as a two-way player. It's a whole player and as a half player.
Okay, so let's say the best whole players in the league. Okay, they're in my top 5. I believe those top 5 players were Mike, Ron, Kareem, Hakeem, and Tim Duncan. Those are my top 5. Now, when you're saying
you said LeBron, as far as a defender,
sure, LeBron from 2009 from 2008 to I believe 2016 was one of the best two-way players we've ever seen by any measurement.
8 years
about on off. Sure. I mean,
how many?
You're talking about people's prime.
Okay, that's
you're talking about
interesting.
people's prime. Like, let's say, talk about Hakeem Olajuwon. He had, if you're talking about analytics, he was one of the best overall players we've ever seen. That didn't equate to multiple championships, except for like in 94, 95. Why? Because his team was also dog water defensively. He was the guy lifting those people up. It's not all about just one man and what you can do. You have to have teams have sustained success. LeBron found that out the hard way, obviously, and that's why he went to Cleveland or to Miami. But he was the driving force behind. Sure, if whatever you want to say. But again, this man was performing at one of the highest levels we've ever seen. But it's not all about
in Cleveland, right? Or in Miami.
Both. He was in his first stint in Cleveland, especially.
Okay, so his first year, his
years
years in Cleveland, when he got MVPs and was performing at a high level, one of the highest level ever. Yeah. What level was the play? What level was Paul Pierce performing at when he put him out? Or what level was Dwight Howard performing at when him and Turkoglu put him out? Or what level when he went to Miami was Dirk performing at when he beat him in the finals? Or what level was Tim Duncan performing at when he beat him in the finals? And what level was Kawhi performing at when he also helped Tim Duncan beat him in the finals? Or what level was KD performing at when he beat him in the finals twice? Right. So all this high level that he was playing at, if he was at a high level, then there was players at a way higher level because he lost 6 times in the finals. And when he was the favorite to get to the finals, he didn't even get there because Dwight Howard sent them home.
You're talking like it's a one-on-one competition now. No, those teams were in those moments at least objectively better. Did LeBron choke in 2011? Of course he did. I think he also choked in 2007. But you're making it seem like it's a one-on-one competition when it couldn't be further from the truth.
Well, I was just juxtaposing that to what the point that you just made when you said LeBron did all of this and he was performing at this great high level, like it was just him doing it.
Sure.
Was not Mo Williams and Delonte West performing very well when they was winning?
A ton of credit.
Of course,
they had great games all around. But LeBron, just like many of the alphas we talked about, was objectively the best player on every single one of his teams.
But he wasn't the best player on the floor. Dwight Howard was.
Sure, it was
in that series. No, Dwight Howard was for sure.
Dwight Howard, you think so? I mean,
when Dwight led Orlando to the finals and beat LeBron James convincingly, Dwight was the best player on both ends of the floor.
You think he was the best? You think he was better offensively than LeBron James in that series?
In that series, 100%.
LeBron was averaging like 35 points per game.
See, and there you go with the stats again. Remember, everything must go toward winning.
No, the reason why exactly, but it wasn't because LeBron or that he was better than LeBron. Was because that team stepped up.
Why was that team performing higher than the team that had the best record in the league?
because they caught him. They matched up well. They just outperformed them, hit their shots, better coaching. There's so much that goes into a 7-game series and who wins it. It's not about who has the best record. I think the Cavs obviously were favored, should have been favored, and just like they were the next year. But if you're going to put it on one, like, okay, we talked about Bill Russell, right? He won 11 titles, but he was like the 5th leading scorer on his teams during those final runs. We don't like knock him negatively for that, right?
And that's why nobody
Because-
used his multiple rings as a conclusion that he was one of the best players. I mean, it's context to it, but
he's the ultimate winner, though, right?
Yeah, he's a winner for sure. He's a winner.
Okay. So I mean, there's not everything. I mean, LeBron has 4 rings. We're talking like he doesn't have any rings, but like again, he's
but he got him the sleazy way. You remember when Tupac? When Tupac said, "I made a G today"? Yeah, but you made it in the sleazy way.
Got him the sleazy way.
He did get it in the sleazy way.
Here's the thing. I think this is where we disagree. Well, but like, I don't hold it against you for having a criteria, and like, I just like to hear maybe the top 10 players. But I'm saying that I don't really count rings as the end all be all to a player's career, especially.
No, it's not. It's definitely not the end all. Yeah, I'm with you on that, T. Perfect. It's definitely not the end all be all for rings, because, like you said, if you're going to count rings, well, first of all, when people bring up rings when they're talking about how they rank players, I hate when people bring up like Robert Horry. I mean, like, come on, Robert Horry's not even in the discussion. Like, he don't even get a chance to get his rings counted. Like, if we was all doing a ranking debate on the GOATs, and you had to come and defend yourself at the house, Robert Horry wouldn't even get an invite. Like, we're only inviting GOATs, so his rings don't even.
Robert Horry,
huh?
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. Robert Horry was a great role player who had big shots sometimes.
Correct.
They happen to have 7 rings because he was on all-time great teams.
Correct.
But I mean, getting back to like the whole Kobe thing, I think again, if players are in like, and people want to say that Kobe was over LeBron, I don't care, because I love Kobe Bryant. He's like my second favorite player of all time behind James Worthy. But I think that at some point, if you're just using things like, nostalgia or ring count to put him over there, because it's not points, it's not per game, it's not rebounds per game, it's not assists per game, steals or blocks per game, it's not any kind of impactful analytic that we use to measure how they affected their team when they're on and off the floor. It's not that, because he destroys Kobe and all of those things, objectively speaking. If you're just talking about clutch, cerebral, or intensive, mindset, then sure, you can make an argument for Kobe, because I think he was one of the most driven and players in the league, and that rubbed off on his team to a degree, sure. But there's no argument for him having, as a better, more impactful player than LeBron James by any measurement.
No, it's more than the argument. It's almost a fact, right? So I mean, yeah, because when you start saying, oh man, he clears Kobe and all these things, and it's all on paper, yeah, that's one thing. That like, if you're going to have the argument on paper, then you don't need to watch the game. Like, I can go and find someone from another country who's never seen basketball and show him the paper and say which player is the better. That's what people are doing. They're saying, give me the resume on paper. Let me not take into account anything I've seen with my own eyes, and let me determine who the best player is. I'm not doing it. What I'm doing is saying, I'm going to use my eyes, because I have a trained eye, because I grew up playing basketball. I know what I'm looking at. If you don't know what you're looking at, you're going to have to use the paper. That makes sense. Like, if I built a car and I know the ins and out of it, I don't need the freaking manual to go under the hood and figure out what's going on with the car. But if I have no clue about what I'm looking at when I pop that hood, give me the manual. I have to look at a diagram to tell me what this pump is at. Or I have to look at the diagram to tell me. You get what I'm saying? But when you just watch a game and observe players and study them and say, that he's better than him, right? That's what scouts can do. He's better than him. But he averaged 3 more points. Yeah, but he's better. So it's got to be a reason why he averaged 3 more points. Why does he average more, but he's better and his team keeps winning more? Right? That's what the trained eye is for. The paper is for analytic stat nerds that who can't decipher what they see on the basketball court. I can decipher what I see. So when I'm watching Kobe Bryant, when I'm watching Kobe Bryant, and I can see that if Kobe Bryant is playing with a pure point guard, he has no problem getting off the ball. And guess what he can do? I've seen Kobe Bryant run around screens like Rip Hamilton, catch and shoot. I've seen Kobe Bryant post up. And guess what? As a catch and shoot player running off screens, he was an A+ player. As a post player, he's an A+ player in the post, right? As a catch and shoot player, he's A+ in that too. Give me the ball and ISO, I'm A+ in that too. On the fast break, I'm A+ in that too. He's a equal opportunity scorer. If I get the ball and you put someone bigger on me, guess what? I can beat him to the hole off the dribble. If you put someone smaller on me, I can take him in the post. If you put someone on me that has my same exact measurements, he's strong as I am, he's fast as I am, how am I going to beat him? I can run off screens like Rick Hamilton and do that. Like he has it, he has the total arsenal on offense. And in the fourth quarter, guess what? I can't say let's foul him and put him on the line because I'm knocking those down as well. I'm A+ in that as well. Oh, and as far as my clutch, am I scared of the moment? Hell no. I'm A+ in that as well. And then when you get on the other end of the floor, I'm A+ in that on whoever I'm guarding. It's not about if I can guard 4 positions. It's about what grade do you give me when I'm guarding them? Can I guard the best power forward? Can I guard the best shooting guard? Can I guard the best point guard? Or can I just guard a point guard just to say that I can guard 4 positions? But when I'm guarding them, I'm a C in all of it. No, Kobe was an A in everything he did, almost everything he did. He's the better basketball player. Now, if you want to talk about
if
stats,
you're watching those,
LeBron might have the better stats. LeBron might have recorded more stats, but they don't make him a better player.
Well, you're saying you're watching their entire career, and I'm with you. I watched their entire careers as well, and so all that you said about Kobe Bryant, I mean, is basically true. He was A+ in a lot of things, but you can also there were just detriments to his game. Like he wasn't A+ choosing his shot selection. Like, was he great in
That's
ISO?
false.
Sure.
That's false. That's false.
No, LeBron is
no. That's false. That's false.
LeBron, you can argue
no. Hold on. T Perfect.
It's 100%
Hold on.
false.
T Perfect. That's false.
Kobe would shoot his team out of games.
But how he got 5 rings, bro? All that matters is winning.
Because
listen.
He wasn't the best player for 3 of them.
Bro, that's not a knock. That's not a negative.
It's not a knock, but it's true.
No, it's not a knock. You mention it like that means that it makes him a worse player.
How does Kareem have 6 rings?
That's not a knock.
He was a sidekick.
Well, hold on. Go back.
Sure, but Kareem was the 3rd best player.
But T Perfect. That is not a knock.
Yeah, it is.
Like everybody keep talking about Kobe's free throw field goal percentage was what was it, 44%? Oh, that means he was 44%? And then you got another player who's 48%, and that means he's a better player. Stop it. That don't even make sense.
Not necessarily. It's context.
They don't even make sense.
It's context.
That don't make sense. He
especially from 3 here.
His shot selection was fine. His shot selection was fine. I'm sorry.
I'm not here to rip on Kobe, but you're saying basically you're just saying that it's only on paper that LeBron's better. But
he's not. I don't think he's better on paper. I'm just saying
he's a better passer.
Okay, I give him that.
He's a far better passer. He's a better rebounder.
He's a better passer. But guess what? That's
why he scored.
But hold on. That's another attribute in basketball that is a secondary type attribute. Like, great passes is something I want my co-star or my role player to be. Like, when you think about championship teams, right? Who was the best passer on the San Antonio Spurs championship team? Was it Duncan? Or was it Tony?
Who was the best passer on the Celtics?
No. Hold on. Let me say this. Who was the best passer on the Spurs championship team? Tony Parker, right?
Consistently, probably Tony Parker.
Who was the best player? Tim Duncan, right? Who was the best passer? Who was the best passer on the Bulls championship teams? Scottie Pippen?
Arguably.
Who was the best player? Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the best passer on the Golden State Warriors championship team? Was it Draymond Green? Who was the best player? KD or Steph? Right? Who was the best hold on. Who was the best passer on the Boston Celtics championship team? Was it Rondo? Who was the best player? Garnett or Paul Pierce? So my point is this: the passing and the distribution with the exception of Magic Johnson, usually goes to your co-star or your role player point guard. Muggsy Bogues, Rod Strickland, John Stockton, those were the passes. Gary Payton, but the Karl Malones, the Alonzo Mournings, the Larry Johnson, the Shaqs, those was the best players. We don't celebrate the best passer. We celebrate the guy that can't be stopped from scoring, because that starts all of your offense and all of your championship. I've never seen a timeout for a game-winning shot and they go into the huddle and say, I'm about to draw up the game-winning assist. No, they draw up the game-winning shot for their best player. And you don't need an assist for it. Give me the ball, get out of my freaking way. So no, I'm not going to celebrate LeBron being a better passer than somebody and try to use that to say he's a better player.
Not just one of the many things that makes him a better player. I mean,
that he's not a better player.
We're not even talking about accolades.
But that don't make him. That don't make him a better player. That make him. That make him more. That make him the more decorated player, not the better player.
Okay. I mean, if you're talking about cerebral things from Kobe, that sure. I mean, but again, he scores better because he takes better shot selection. He's a
That's
better
false. He don't score better than Kobe Bryant. Not even LeBron believes that. He don't score better than Kobe Bryant. You want the last shot and you giving the ball to LeBron over Kobe?
I mean,
no.
Kobe was exceptional at ISO. Kobe was exceptional at
it don't have to be ISO. Kobe Bryant can score in a phone booth. Who needs the most space to get their shots off, Kobe or LeBron?
LeBron's game has evolved.
No, but he need a lot of space, right? He need the paint wide open.
Not necessarily.
He needs a screen at the top of the key. He needs shooters all around, so no one can be in the paint and cheat out the shooters. He need all of that, right? Look, when it comes to LeBron scoring and getting the high percentage shots, he needs shooters. He needs no post player in the paint. He needs the paint open. He needs a high screen roll. Kobe just needs the ball.
No, you haven't been watching any.
Kobe needs the ball and 2 dribbles. 1 dribble pull up, 2 dribble pull up.
40%
he just needs the ball. Because when you play in an offense where you got Shaq in the paint, you can't always have the paint wide open so you can have a wide open lane to drive in. He played inside of a phone booth. The better player can play in a phone booth. The player that needs the most of everything. I need 10 seconds on the shot clock. I need 10 dribbles. I need 1 or 2 screens. I need a wide open paint. I need shooters. I need all of this to get a shot off. Kobe just needed the ball.
Demanding triple teams during their entire
Kobe just needed the ball,
never
bro.
Even cracked 50% for an entire year.
T perfect.
Not even once.
T perfect. Kobe just needed the ball.
Kobe needs the ball. Okay.
And a couple of dribbles.
I respect your takes and everything, and we're just gonna agree to disagree. And everything you said was valid. Like I said, I absolutely do not think that stats are the entire story, but I think that at some point you need to understand where they came from, how they're affecting the team, and what they do. You're watching the player produce these things. Is it different? Some players, how they do it, how do they go about it? Sure, but what led to their team succeeding more? What's the context behind that? Things of that nature. And I just don't think you can make an argument for, especially for taking into account accolades and analytics. There's no, you can say that those things don't really matter and blah, 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 but I just don't think there's a valid reason for putting him above LeBron. Kobe's top 10 player, no doubt for me, but it's just at some point that you have to ignore the 75% of what you just said about accolades, achievements, winning, to put him above someone like LeBron James.
That's fair enough. If I use your criteria, then I probably would come up with the same thing. But we just got different criteria. That's all.
Yes, man. And I respect. At least I respect. I've said this a million times. I respect anyone who has a criteria.
Right. Yeah.
And no matter what it is, I don't like to knock it because so many people don't have it, and they're just using hate or nostalgia, or whatever. So I respect the fact that you definitely have one, and I'll just leave it at that for sure.
All right. Hey, thanks for the call, T. Purple. I appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely, man. Have a good one.
You too. I don't know, y'all. I can take. Yeah, I'll take one more phone call, maybe 2. Young Disciple tried to call in. Caller from Ohio, can you hear me good?
Yo.
Caller from Ohio,
Yo.
can you hear me? Hey, I think that lag is back, y'all. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that is. It seemed like after the first phone call, that lag comes in. What? I don't. Man, I'm about to call Road and fire up on them. Caller from Ohio, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I think the lag back.
All right, yeah. Let me try to fix that. I'm gonna move to the other
I
top.
definitely can hear you.
You can hear me now? Yeah, the lag is back, y'all. Dang, that's crazy, man. We was having just such a good show too. Dang. Let me see if I can come on, Roll. Y'all gotta fix this, man. Messing up the whole show. All right, y'all can call back in. Let's see what it does. Dang, man, they messing the whole show up, man. Man. Caller from Arkansas, can you hear me?
What's up?
What's good? Can you hear me good?
I can hear you. Yes, I can.
All right, good, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I just wanted to real quick touch on Channing Friday. We're gonna jump back to that Kobe conversation.
Okay.
Channing Frye sounds he is the epitome of what's wrong with the league today. The entitlement of why you not celebrate me, why we don't get our credit, why are you not respecting us? Respect is earned, not given. These guys want to erase the 90s and the 80s because they can't compete with the 90s and the 80s. They'll do all this tough talk, but then when somebody like Tim Hardaway come up on your panel like he wrote up on Giggle's set, they all get quiet. They all assume the position because they know the real alpha's in the room and they know he can back up everything he says. So I just want to touch on that real quick. These guys are soft, and until they get some heart, until the commissioner get his pride and his head out of his butt and put the rules back to the way they were, and let's get back to some real basketball, let the coaches coach, teach these players how to really play, it's just a lost art. It's just a lost art for the NBA until they get back to that.
I can dig it.
But I've been arguing with these Kobe haters, man, all day myself. They just want to put LeBron over Kobe when he never even encroached upon Kobe's greatness. I tell them Kobe's 9-time all defensive. They say, oh, well, that don't matter. I'm like, yeah, but he's got more than LeBron. But then they'll also want to defer and say, well, LeBron's got 40,000 points. I'm like, yeah, but that's a longevity stat. Then they'll say, well, he does it at a more efficient clip. I'm like, yeah, because everything he does is a dunk, a layup, or a putback. Once he gets 3.5, 4 feet out from the basket, his percentage drops from 75% to 30 in the 30th percentile. So Kobe is shooting, like you said earlier, he's shooting from the post. He's got a great post game. He's running off screens. He's got a killer mid-range. He can shoot the three. We know he got a layup and a dunk package. He can get it from anywhere. LeBron can only get it from inside the paint. And with the rule changes, keeping the paint wide open and him pushing off every time, even though he's the biggest guy out there most of the time, and he don't have to push off, he still pushes off. That's how he gets his points. People don't want to use their eyeballs and actually dissect the game because they either don't understand the game or the games are just so terrible they really can't watch it. And they'll listen to ESPN, glaze LeBron, and glaze Luka, glaze whoever the latest flavor of the month is, and they automatically assume that person's a great basketball player. And what they don't realize is by softening the game, you're cheating the game. When the commissioner came up with this idea of I'm going to put in, he's talking about putting in 10-minute quarters. So now you got these guys playing less minutes. So now how are you going to compare their stats to guys who had to play the full 48, who had to face physical defense, who had to work harder? That would be like me being in a drag race and I got a stick shift and the other person got an automatic. You can't compare the two. So Yeah, Kobe's much better. Anybody with sense knows Kobe's better. I tell people all the time, if LeBron's your favorite, I'm never going to tell you who your favorite should be. Let him be your favorite.
Right.
But being the favorite and being the best are not synonymous. The two are not always the same. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. My favorite car of all time is a 1969 Camaro. I know it's not the fastest car ever made. It's not even the best or fastest or most luxurious Camaro ever made, but it's my favorite. People don't understand that. They think because they like it, everybody got to like it. That's not how the world works.
And that's what's really going down with a lot of fans as well, man. They like LeBron for whatever reason. That's their cup of tea, and they just can't see. And you know, they came into the sport being stat lovers, and they can't see past the stat. And I get that. When you're speaking two different languages with somebody, it's really hard to get on the same page and agree on who a better player is. One person is judging everything based on what they can observe on the floor, and they know what they're watching, and then the other person don't know what they're watching, so they're going to what they're good at, which is stats and math, right? You know what I mean? If I gotta add, multiply, do decimal points and long division to figure out who a better player is, you're probably not talking about basketball. You're probably talking about something else. If we're talking about efficiency and we're to figure out who the better basketball player is, yeah, you already lost that argument. That's my thought.
You're 100% correct, because I believe there was a video going around. I think it listed two centers as two of the most efficient shooters in the league, because all they do is dunk the ball,
correct,
lay it up, or put it back.
Correct.
And they don't take a whole lot of shots, but when they get those shots, they make the most of them. So you can't always base it on those secondary stats like efficiency and passer rating. And and that's why I say these guys either really don't know basketball because they've never really played it, or they've never really watched it to have any points of reference to compare it to. And I doubt they're even watching it now because these games are so unwatchable.
That's a fact. I don't think
they don't watch the game. They just grab a stat sheet and say, "Oh, that was the best guy on the court that night."
Correct.
And that's what Vegas wants, because it drives betting business, but it's destroying the game of basketball.
Yeah,
it is destroying, and at least in the NBA, it is destroying the NBA. You know, college still got some hope. High school ball got some hope.
WNBA got some hope, but I got a feeling that they're about to change it to match more what the NBA is. I hope they don't, though, man. That was such a beautiful game the WNBA is displaying, man. I hope they don't mess it up.
I hope not. I really hope they keep the purity of the game, because that's what's wrong with it. But I do think a lot of the old heads, you know, in media, like need to be like Barkley, speak up, stand on the truth, and down that hill. Don't sell out. Don't kowtow or to the pressure of ESPN and the NBA and the league and all this. No, it's not Charles Barkley or any of these media pundits' job to sell you a product of the NBA. It's their job to report on it.
Correct.
It's the NBA's job to put out a better product. If you play well, you will get praised. If you play poorly, you will get criticized. That's all. It's as simple as that. Sometimes you just got to take a step back and simplify things to get to the truth of the matter.
Correct.
And get all the fluff and all the confusion out.
Everything like should be simplified, though. It's a game of basketball. It all should be simplified, right? Once you start getting into advanced analytics, I had a conversation with someone, and I just simply said, man, when you watch the game, man, Jokic isn't a good defender. And but you know what? There are some advanced analytics that you can go to. They got defensive efficiency ratings, and they got all this. They got this new thing called on off plus my, like this crazy stuff that you go down this rabbit hole, and if you go far enough and deep enough, you can find something that would support that Jokic is a good defender. You really can find something analytically that supports that Jokic is a good defender, when we know by watching the game he's obviously not a good defender. Like it's obvious. Like put it this way. I like to use this example. If I come to your house and you catch me red-handed stealing your wallet, is there any stats that I can show you to prove that I didn't steal it?
None at all. None at all.
Right. So if I can watch the game and see that you suck defensively, I'm not going to look at some stats to find out that's going to tell me something different than what my eyes just told me. Like that don't make sense. If I can watch the game and see that you can't play defense, why the hell am I looking for reasons to say otherwise? If I watch the game and see that you're a great scorer, why am I going to listen to someone say, well, but do you see his field goal percentage? It's 44%. That means he's not a great scorer. What? I'm watching the game. He can score at every level. Like these people are insane with these stats and analytics, man. It's insane to me.
The statistics are insane, but I think it's a couple of things to that. I think a lot of it is sheepish mentality. I think a lot of people are probably watching the game and they're probably like, this dude really is not looking all that great. What's so great about this guy? I hear about when they actually watch the game, but they don't want to say nothing because as soon as they say something, everybody else is gonna look at it like, what do you mean? He's the best. He's great. He averages a triple-double. Well, like that means something, you know. He averages a triple-double.
Don't mean nothing to me.
Is it in the service of winning, or is it in the service of his stats looking great, but he's losing and he's watching the finals every year at home? Because at the end of the day, you play the game to win. And winning to me is the most important thing. And rings by themselves, I agree with what you said earlier. Rings by themselves don't define one's greatness. However, it is a part of it. It's kind of like a credit score. You know, how many credit inquiries have you had? How many on-time payments have you made? All of these things work in concert together. It's not just one thing. It's not just the rings. But when you start getting to the finals, did you win more or did you lose more? Because if you lost more, that's a losing record. Now your credit score is dropped a little bit. You got too many inquiries on your credit. You know what I mean? Too many missed payments. The credit score drops a little bit. Even if you do get a bunch of triple doubles, even if you do get the all-time scoring points, well, heck, we expect that you played 22 going on 23 years now, and you do score at an average clip in a soft league. So if you can average your 25, if I average 25 to 27 points a game, which is great, by the way, I don't ever have to do better than that as long as I play a long time.
That's all facts.
People don't understand. LeBron will never in his life hit an 80-point game like Kobe did. He don't have as many 50 or 40-point games as Kobe.
But you know how many dunks and layups that is for him to get 80? Can you, like, when I watch Kobe 81, I mean, it was hands in his face, it was jump shots, it was getting to the rim, it was post-ups. Can you imagine an 80 from LeBron? Now LeBron is a spectacular player, and watching him score, what did he score? 18 straight points against Detroit when he put him out of the playoffs. That was phenomenal to watch. And I think I've seen a couple of more times LeBron get hot like that. Like, I like to see LeBron get it going where he, like,
I like to see when he's actually playing, when he's in a rhythm.
Yeah. But for the most part, if I seen LeBron get 80 something points, you know how many high screening rolls I have to watch? That, oh, bro, I would fall asleep watching it. You know how many high screening rolls that is, man?
Right.
Bro, that'd be tough.
I think AD is glad he got up out of LA. He ain't got to set them high screening rolls no more. He can actually get his body healed up and he can get his game going.
Hey, speaking of AD in Dallas, man, they out the KD this summer.
Man, I'm telling you now, it's game over. They get him. It's game over because they got, even with what they got now, they got a lot of injuries. So people saying it was a bad trade, but you know, it's not just AD that's injured, but his 5 spot is also injured. You know, that when those guys get healthy, I think that right there is enough to come out of the West. But then you add KD.
Yeah. But the only unfortunate thing is they got to give up a lot to get KD. I don't know what Phoenix go want. It sounds like Phoenix want to get out of the money business. They don't want to be paying 3 max players. So it sounds like they might give KD up for cheap. Maybe they just want their draft picks back that they gave Brooklyn, right? So give me a first rounder, give me 2 first rounders, give me a second rounder, and a couple of players that we think can fit what we got going on moving forward. Maybe they'll give them that type of discount. But if Phoenix on some nonsense and they be like, oh man, we want Max Christie.
You ain't, they should do all that.
Yeah, like
Don't gut the team.
Yeah. I wouldn't want them to gut it too, because I like some of those pieces. I like Marshall. I like Najee Marshall. I definitely like Max Christie. I would keep Clay.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But I wouldn't want KD to go there in another situation that he they got to have a skeleton crew for a team and they got to rebuild another roster. And he already did that with Phoenix and it didn't work. You know what I mean? So I hate for him to do that again.
Yeah, I would hate. I would hate for KD to do that again because his legacy's already taken some hits, unfairly, might I add.
Yeah,
but I would love to see him get at least one more ring before he hangs it up. And I think that would be a great opportunity. Now, I will say this: LeBron is known to get a superstar year. He got Luka this year. If he don't go to Dallas, he might end up in LA because LA don't mind throwing them dollars just to get them big names. That's what they do. They're about flash.
KD don't want to play with LeBron.
Go help LeBron get one, but he might end up there if they can't make that Dallas deal work.
I hear Houston as well.
That would be a good spot.
Yeah, I hear Houston as well. That'd be real nice, man. I think Imo Udoka like KD.
Heck, if he take a discount just because he want to get a ring, I mean, OKC, go back to where it all started.
Oh, that'd be nice,
man.
That'd be nice. Who would you give up if you could get KD and OKC? Who would you give up? Would you give up Jalen Williams?
That's tough.
That's tough. I mean, but
KD,
Chet Holmgren, and SGA.
Yeah, for KD, I would definitely give him up for KD.
Yeah, whoo, that's big. All right, man. Let me get to these last 2 topics, man.
All right, sir.
All right, brother. Yep. All right. Hey, Young Disciple, if you can call back really quick, we could do one more call. Man, I can't wait to figure out why after one phone call is a really bad lag. I've got to figure that out. Hold on, let me hook back up the Bluetooth. All right, try to call now. Man, that's so crazy, man. Roadcast gonna get cussed out tomorrow. Did I miss any? I missed some super chats, y'all. Caller from Ohio, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me?
All right, good, man. What's your thoughts?
Okay. Hey, I think my first question I want to ask is, it's safe to say that you like competition, right?
Sure.
So what's a better look? A league where one team dominates and wins all the championship all the time, or a league where you sometimes don't know who's going to win the championship?
That's every year you don't know who go win the championship.
So now I'm being more specific.
Okay.
You had the Bulls winning 6 out of 8 years.
Okay.
Then in the 80s, you had Lakers won probably 5 of them, and probably win about 9 times. I think Magic Johnson went 9 times.
Okay.
So the thing is, they say that this league is weaker, but if one team keep winning all the time, to me that's weaker. There's no competition.
No, I disagree.
That's just obvious.
Well,
If
so
only one
it's
team
two things I
wins,
disagree with. I disagree with your premise that people say that this league is weaker. I don't think people say this league is weaker. They say the basketball product is not feasible. It's not appeasing to the eye. It's not good basketball, and it's not fun to watch in a lot of cases. So they say that. I don't think they say that the league is weaker, right? So I disagree with the premise. And then when it comes to you saying that a team or era that has a dynasty that can be the favorites, and you gave me two examples. You gave me Michael Jordan, who's the greatest player we ever seen play, and the GOAT going 6 out of 8,
play.
right? and then you said the Lakers. You gave me two examples in two different eras, and you trying to make the point that because there was a dynasty that existed in that era, that somehow what are you trying to say? You trying to say that era of basketball?
Watch this.
Okay.
Watch this. I'm with you. It's safe to say that we all, for the most, said that New England Patriots was a dynasty, right?
Sure.
And guess what they didn't do? They didn't rip off 4, 5, 6, 7 straight championships.
Okay.
They won probably 2 at the most, then lost years, come back years down the line, win 1, lose, come back, win down the line, win 1. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. And they still were considered a dynasty. But when you can dominate, it's just facts. If you can dominate everyone else, that means literally there is no competition.
No, you think so?
Like that's undisputable. If you're proving it once you win that many times inside of a span.
And what's your so if we say there was no competition when Jordan played, what's your conclusion after that? What point are you trying to make?
My point that I'm trying to make is that when LeBron does what he does, people is, he playing in the league that ain't got, but he's in the conversation with this guy that's considered the best player ever. It's not by like you say, it's the eye. We saw something and we saw something spectacular.
I don't think hold on. You didn't finish your sentence. You said when LeBron does what he does, people say, oh, he's doing what?
He went to the finals 8 straight times.
Okay.
They said, the East weak, blah blah.
Hold on. People said the East is hold on. They said the East is weak.
Man, a lot of people said the East was weak.
Oh no. Those are facts though. You don't think the East was weak?
Yeah, okay.
Hold on. Wait. The East wasn't weak?
He did not have good battles?
Yes or no? Was the East weak?
I don't think they were weak.
Okay, so all right, so let's break it down. Let's break it down. What player in the East was on the level of LeBron?
I mean, it's the same thing. He was
No. What player on? Hold on. What player in the East was on the level of LeBron?
Not no one player, but there were good teams.
I'm just asking. You saying there's no player on the East that was on his level, right?
There was nobody that was as good as him all around.
Okay. I would say that D Wade was on his level, but guess what? D Wade was on his team.
D Wade, when Brian got there,
hold on, sir. I would say D Wade was on his level, but D Wade just happened to be on his team for 4 years.
In what way, shape, or form?
What you mean on what shape? Both of them was top 5 players. They in the same category.
Who? D Wade was a top 5 player in 2012 and 13.
I don't know what year, but he was a top 5 player.
No, I'm asking you a question like you asked me.
Well, I can't commit to that year. I can't commit to that year. But D Wade was definitely a top 5 player. So let me say this. Let me say this. So who was the second best player in the East? Was it D Wade? Was it Dwight
Let me think
Howard?
about the East.
Was it
What
D Wade or Dwight
years?
Howard?
What years? Because remember, LeBron
We,
took
we,
the team in
let's
2022 to the
let's take his
championship.
Cleveland years. His first
Oh
stint.
my God.
Hold on, his first stint in Cleveland. Let me break something down to you. Right. So you said the East was not weak, right? I'm explaining to you something.
Yeah.
LeBron James is a great player. There was not many players in the East on his level. I would say Dwight Howard, I would say Dwayne Wade, and I would stop there, right? Those two players. Now, he didn't get past Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard sent him home. He never played D Wade when he had a contending team, right? So the teams that he was getting past was Gilbert Arenas and the Wizards. Gilbert Arenas is not on Wade's level. He's not on LeBron's level. He's not on Dwight Howard's level. He was getting past a team led by Gilbert Arenas. And then after that, he got past teams led by Paul George and Danny Granger. He did get past the Detroit Pistons, but he went Super Saiyan against them. But guess what? On the Detroit Pistons team, what player was on the level of LeBron James?
But see, that's right there.
I'm just asking the questions. I'm just asking the question, Shipbait. I'm just asking the question.
Listen, and I answered it.
But what player on the Detroit team? My point is this. My point is this. If you got the best player in the East, and by your words, you say ain't nobody on his level, not even D Wade. If ain't nobody on his level, and you got the best player, and all these other players that's not on his level is leading teams, how are these teams better than the teams that he's leading?
Why he's at the end? That's why I said context. At this,
you're not going, sir. If you're not going to answer no question, I'm gonna have to bid you a good night.
Hold on, how did I not answer?
I'm asking you, if LeBron James is obviously the best player in the East, and nobody else in the East is on his level, how come these guys that are lesser players than him able to lead teams better than his team?
Oh, I was about to answer that. You didn't want me to answer the way I guess you wanted me to answer.
Okay, go ahead, answer it.
Can I please answer the way I'm going to? I'm answering that, but it's just my way of answering.
I want to hear the answer about
why come these teams that I said why these teams.
All right, let's be more specific. Why was the Dwight Howard led Magic better than the LeBron James led Cavs?
You're not going to accept this answer, but that team was better than Cavs overall. Cavs had a better.
Okay, so why? But why? Why was the team led by Dwight Howard better than the team led by LeBron?
Just like you said, you watch basketball. Sometimes when you match up with teams in a 7-game series.
No, why was the Orlando Magic better than the Cavs?
They had overall better depth.
They had why was it easier to build depth around Dwight Howard's skill set than it was LeBron's skill set?
That's probably Dan Gilbert, whoever the owners.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with Dan Gilbert. No. What the skill set? How do you build around LeBron's skill set when he was in Cleveland the first time? How do you do it? Everyone knows it. They talk about it all the time. How do you build around LeBron's skill set? Show me you can be an honest person. How do you build around LeBron's skill set when he was in Cleveland? How? We hold on. We know LeBron wants to have shooters. We know he wants the ball in his hand. We know he wants to run high skin and roll. We know he wants to get downhill for layups and dunks or kick it out to a shooter. So he needs the Boobie Gibson, the Mo Williams. He needs a center like Big Z that don't want to be in the paint, that can step out to hit the shot, jump shot of the three. He need those things. When you're looking for a center that don't want to post up, that wants to shoot threes, that narrows it down. You're not going to get a Dwight Howard to come play with you because he don't want to sit back at the three-point line for you. So you narrow down what type of center you can get. When you're the big 6'8" point guard and the point guard that's on your team has to be a shooter, it's not a lot of point guards that want to be a shooter. You can't get a Rondo on your team. You can't get a Westbrook on your team. The players that are all-stars don't play catch and shoot basketball. So if you need a point guard that's going to catch and shoot, you're not going to have a star player. So when you build it around LeBron James, you narrow it down to a certain type of players. You can't get a Rondo, you can't get a Shaq, You can't get a Dwight Howard because he can't use those players when he's trying to play 5-man out, high screening roll, dribble drive, and dish. That's why he had so many times in Cleveland where it seemed like he didn't have enough help, because the help that he get to fill those roles are only role players. You can't get a superstar player to come in and watch him dribble high screen and roll all day long.
No, that's one perspective, and it's to somebody that don't know how to rebuttal or whatever, they're gonna get stuck and shut up. But I'm from Cleveland. A lot of those guys didn't want to come to our city because of the narrative that the city is a bad city to be.
All right, sir. I bid you a good night. I bid you a good night because they ain't had no problem getting Kevin Love in there. They ain't had no problem getting. I mean, they got Kevin Love. They got Larry Hughes. Shaq came. They got Ben Wallace. Hold on. Ben Wallace was a great player just a year before when he was in Detroit. Oh, Ben Wallace, as soon as he go play with LeBron, Ben Wallace washed. Shaq was just a great player with Wade in Miami, but as soon as he went to Cleveland, he's washed. Antoine Jameson was the second leading scorer with Gilbert Arenas with the Wizards, and then as soon as he come play with LeBron, he's washed. Larry Hughes was just the second leading scorer with Iverson in Philly, and then as soon as he came to LeBron James in Cleveland, he's washed. He's getting players. He got Mo Williams from Milwaukee. He got Ben Wallace. He got Shaq. He got Delonte West. He got Antoine. He got Antoine Jameson. He got Ben Wallace.
I give you them, but do you recall this too? The New Jersey, they was building a nice team. Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson. Then next thing you know, Boston started building a nice team. And this guy just went to the championship at the age of 22. So when they seeing this, in their minds, they like, man, this guy, we got to do something. He's going to keep coming back. He can't get no Ray Allen. He can't get no Garnett. So at some point, the pressure's on him. You want to keep putting my name in this sentence with this great guy, Jordan. Man, yeah, I got to do something. So I don't fault him.
So he took the easy way out. That's exactly what Will Barton said. He took the easy way out.
Oh, and this is another one. You never heard of this one. This is another one to think about too. I was like, I watched the game. I'm 43, so I don't watch Jordan and all that. And I like Jordan. I love Kobe. Kobe, one of my favorite players. But like you say, when everybody got different perspectives, look at stuff different. When I seen something, I seen it, and I was like, oh, this is special. I watched. I looked at the games. I was going in the rabbit hole on this topic about the teams, about him running and all that, people running. I looked at the Lakers and the Bulls again, and every year the Bulls changed their roster to try to make sure they can get a squad till they found the perfect roster. Everybody does. That's natural. Kobe threatened to leave. So luckily he was in LA where they want to make something happen. This is LA. Brown was in Cleveland. He had no choice. So that's another perspective. That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate the call, brother.
I appreciate it too, man. Thanks, because I watch you. I like your show, and always be tapping in on the comments and stuff. So I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thanks for the call, bro.
Yep.
All right. All righty. Where do we go next? I don't understand. Hey, Young Cyber, you can call. Let's see if it works, man. If it lags, then I'm gonna just move on. It seems like I have to, every time I have a phone call, I have to reset it, the Bluetooth. I had to reset the Bluetooth every single time, man. Nah, I move on. I just move on. All right, man. Where we at? Oh, okay. Here's Young. Caller from Texas, man. Can you hear me? Yep, it's lagging again. Dang, man, I gotta reset this. Boy, I tell you. I thought we was home free too. It don't make sense. You know, it's got to be some weird setting that it's got to be something I can do. I just don't understand. Like, you take a phone call is good, and then the next call that comes in, it's just a crazy lag. Caller from Texas, can you hear me?
Man, hell yeah, bro. What's poppin', man?
What's good, man?
Man, say, bro, man, with that last nigga, man.
See, I didn't hang that up, man. That's gonna suck, man, because it's gonna lag again when he call back. Young, can you hear me?
That was my bad, bro. That's my bad, bro.
Okay, can you hear me though?
Hey, that's my bad, bro.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Yo, can you hear me?
Oh, it's lagging again.
Yo.
Man, this junk trash. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, bro, like that last nigga, man, he wasn't standing on nothing, man. Like he made us look real bad, man. You did. Yeah, you did that, bro. You did that. Yeah, I seen you put the pot and everything on. I seen you, bro. But you wrong as hell for that, bro. like he cooking himself. I don't even know like why he was even saying that shit, bro. Like bro, like stop it, right? Like niggas, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Some niggas do go like way super duper too far. Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I mean, it ain't just. I mean, the criticisms, all that, man, that shit be cool, like sometimes or whatever. But you know, a lot of times that shit ain't called for. Like, you know what I mean? But bro, what you like, bro? Like, my nigga, stop acting like. See, cause I seen what you did, bro.
What I do?
Now you trying to sneak in now that Mike and Kobe is the standard. Nigga, stop it. Nigga, hey, bro, dude, stop that, bro. Nigga, that's the first time, nigga, I ever heard you say that, bro. Man, don't do not utter those words.
That's not the first time I said that, young.
But the standard?
Yeah, that's not the first time I said that.
Man, stop it, bro.
I got a whole graphic proving that they the standard.
Bro, but listen what I'm saying, bro. Listen, man. And then you talking about, bro. You be putting your. See, I ain't that last dude, nigga. I listen to what you say, nigga. And you said that you basically getting on Bron saying if you seen Michael Jordan do it this way, right? Then you supposed to try to do it that way. But that ain't what Kobe did.
I'm not saying suppose. What I'm saying is if I run the 100-meter race in 10 seconds flat, and I ran it on I don't know, some type of dirt clay track and Chuck Taylor's, and
you love these examples, bro.
Right? And then you come 10 15 years later and say, hey man, I'm running it on some type of AstroTurf type track. I got these spikes. I got all this greatness. I got all these enhancements. And I run it in 10 seconds flat. No, as a matter of fact, I don't run it in 10 seconds flat. I run it in 10.4. So you ran a slower time with all the advantages that I didn't have. But then you're going to tell me that you're a better track star. Right. So when I look at Michael Jordan, who said, I want to win 6 rings with just one all-star level co-star and Scottie Pippen and role players. And I get 6 rings doing that. I get 6 rings doing that, but you have 2 of those Scottie Pippen type players on your team: Bosh, Wade, Kyrie, Love, Dwight, AD. right? You have 2 on all your
Nah,
team,
bro.
and you
Nah,
still
bro.
only
Take that
get
Dwight
4.
80.
You
Bro,
get
bro,
you
stop
get
tripping,
less,
bro.
but you on the side, but you
Stop
get
tripping,
less
bro.
rings than I got with more
Uh-huh.
with more help.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey. How many years did LeBron, Mike, and Kobe have a all NBA teammate?
I don't know.
Okay, Mike and LeBron, they both had it 6 times, bro. Bro, Kobe had it 13 times, bro.
Which
Like,
players?
so when you say,
Hold on,
so
hold on, hold
no,
on, hold
no,
on,
no,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
bro, I let you
That
talk, bro.
that
I
ain't
let you
that
talk,
ain't the
bro.
flex you think it
But go
is.
ahead, go ahead.
That's not the flex you think it is. Well, go ahead. I'll let you finish. That's not the flex you think it is. Go ahead.
What you mean it's not the flex I think it is?
It's not. It's not
That
saying
means,
nothing.
bro, that means, bro, that's more than half the amount of more times, bro. You played with an all NBA teammate, bro.
Who was the All NBA teammate Kobe played with?
You breaking up a little bit, bro. Say it again.
Who was the All NBA teammate that Kobe played with?
I don't know all of them off the bat.
We know. I mean, it shouldn't be hard. We know Shaq is one, right?
I'm saying we know 8 of them years, nigga. It was Shaq.
Okay, 8 of them was Shaq. All right, so you got Shaq. That's one guy. Who else?
Gasol, and bro, I don't remember, bro.
So
I
2 guys.
but I don't.
Hold on. So 2 guys.
I think it's 3. I think it's 3. But that's instant consequential though. Like
Okay, so 3 guys.
Like,
So 3 guys. So Shaq, Powell, and maybe Dwight. I don't know if Dwight got All NBA that year he was there. Maybe Dwight. I don't know.
Bro, it's either Dwight. It's either Dwight, bro, or somebody that was on the team when he first got in the league.
Okay, so what?
That's why I say.
So when you play with Wade, Bosh, Kyrie, Love, AD, Dwight, Luka, Melo, Westbrook, like, come on, bro. Are you serious?
Bro,
Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis, Mike Miller. We can't have this conversation.
He just named like 12 names.
You can't.
And with all those names, nigga, he only played with an all NBA teammate.
I'm trying. So that's showing me a problem that you probably don't even know is a problem. I'm trying to figure out. No, hold on. I'm trying to figure out when all these great players that are all NBA players go play with LeBron, they all of a sudden not all NBA players no more. Why is that?
Bro,
hold on. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. When Dwight was with Orlando, he was all NBA, right? When Dwight was with Houston, he was all NBA, right? Why he wasn't all NBA when he played with LeBron? When hold on. When Shaq was all NBA with when Shaq was all NBA with D Wade, when Shaq was all NBA with D Wade, how come he wasn't all NBA when he played with LeBron?
Because he went to Phoenix after that.
When Ben Wallace was all NBA with Detroit, how come he wasn't all NBA with LeBron?
He went all NBA the year he got traded, bro.
When Westbrook was just getting triple doubles with the Wizards, how come he went to LeBron and almost got kicked out the league? I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. When Luka was averaging 34 points last year, how come he averaging 17 now with LeBron?
Bro, Luka just came back from injury.
When AD was all NBA and everybody was comparing him to Tim Duncan when he was with the Pelicans, how come he went with LeBron and now they calling him Terry Clough because he's very soft? Why was Chris Bosh averaging 24? Why was Chris Bosh averaging 24 with Toronto and then he went with LeBron was averaging 15? How come Kevin Love was an all NBA player in Minnesota? How come Kevin Love was an all NBA player in Minnesota, but when he got with LeBron, he had to fit in or fit out? He had to fit in or fit out. Huh?
Let me know when I can talk. Let me know when I can talk.
I'm just answer some of those questions. How come these players were so great before LeBron, but when they play with LeBron, they're not great?
Bro, that shit don't work with me, bro.
Okay.
You think you talking to one of them? Look, bro, that does not work with me. Nigga, you trying to bombard me with questions, nigga, so I can't answer the last one. But I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna answer every last one of them. Like, don't run, nigga.
Say less.
Run. Nigga. Now the first things that you were saying, you forgetting, bro, that you acting like those players was all NBA players the year before, nigga, and then went and got with Brun, right? And stopped being an all NBA player. That's not what happened, bro. It was a gap in between that, bro. Russ went to Washington Wizards. Was he an all NBA player when he was with the Wizards? No.
Because they wasn't winning.
It's a reason, bro. It's a reason why he played on 3 teams, nigga, or 4 teams in 4 years, bro. So stop trying to lay that at the feet of LeBron. Now, bro, LeBron worried about LeBron, bro.
Of course. Don't we know it? Don't we know it?
Hold on, stop. His play is unselfish enough, bro. He ain't got to worry about all that, bro. He play the game as it comes. So, but what I'm saying is that hold up. But what I'm saying is that like it's funny how you lay all that at the feet, nigga, of LeBron. Nigga, hey, when LeBron wasn't getting it done, or when LeBron came up quote unquote on short, who y'all laid that at the feet of? Nigga, nobody. So nigga, hold these players accountable, nigga, for themselves. Hey, LeBron ain't injury prone. LeBron always in shape. Hey, LeBron right now at 40, like I mean, it ain't nothing to talk about. We both know the best 40-year-old ever played. Like, it ain't even close. It ain't even close. Like, I'm just saying, bro, it ain't even close. Like we just being 100. And like, bro, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm able to talk to you, because all that stuff that you talk, bro, about LeBron can't play off ball. What did I keep telling you, bro? I kept telling you. I was like, big bro, please, like, stop saying that, bro. Because when I hear that, like I automatically think of a dude that don't know basketball, bro. Like, LeBron is a beast on the ball, bro. It's just that his coaches, the responsibility was put on him, bro. Like, but
you know, LeBron played the same exact way, man. He's not playing off ball.
What you mean? Right now, yes, he is. Nigga.
He still got the ball in the hand. Stop it, man. Only thing he doing is running the floor off of missed shots, and Luka is throwing him. No, I'm talking about off ball and half court setting where you got to utilize certain things. You got to utilize your mid range. You got to run off screens. You got to catch and shoot. You got to space the floor as a decoy, as a shooter in the corner. You in the post. All this. He does not excel at that type stuff, bro.
Bro, ask the chat. This man is killing, bro.
He does not excel at that, brother. He don't. When it comes fourth quarter time and LeBron needs to get a play done, it's at the top of the key with the ball in his hand.
Bro, he just had 16 in the fourth.
With the ball in his hand. With the ball in his hand.
You just said you want him out, bro. Which one do you want, bro?
I'm explaining to you just because he catch a couple of lobs and run the floor and get long touchdown passes. That does not mean he excels as an off-ball player. He does not excel as an off-ball player.
Bro. This man is terrorizing off-ball, bro. Ask the chat. I ain't got a lot to you.
How? Tell me how. What is he doing? What is he doing off-ball that's impressing you so much?
He hitting open threes. He's slashing baseline to baseline, bro.
Slashing and hitting open threes.
My nigga ain't lying.
Slash that's it selling off ball. Slashing and hitting open threes.
Bro, slashing is off ball, bro.
Sure. Yeah. Nobody ever said he wasn't a good slasher. Well, you can go back to any video I've done when I'm talking about off ball, I'm talking about the things that you do moving without the ball, like a Rip Hamilton or a Reggie Miller, or like the things you do in the post. Like, it's so many different areas to playing off ball. It's not just slashing. Who can't slash?
Bro, you didn't let me finish. I said open threes, bro.
Open threes, Lord. Open three. I'm excelling off ball because I'm shooting open threes. Meaning Come,
like, bro,
Young Disciple,
you
come on,
just
bro.
said outballing a bunch of things, and now you go the flip side of that, nigga, trying to make it one thing.
Dude,
Like, what are you talking about? Bro, outball is everything you do without the ball, bro.
so standing in the
Like,
so standing there and somebody throwing you a ball for open three, is it selling off ball player? Come on, bro. Don't do this.
No, bro. I'm
Don't do
giving you
this.
the different, bro.
Don't
You
do this.
asked me.
Don't do this.
You asked me. Hold on, bro. Come
Don't
on,
do
buddy.
this.
Let's have a conversation. You asked me how was he terrorizing out ball. I'm giving you the reasons, and now you say like now you acting like that's not out ball. Well, tell me, like, explain to me exactly
Bro,
what you saying.
it's nothing
LeBron
to
can't
it's
do
nothing to
out-ball.
call home about, brother. Hitting open threes is nothing to call home about. That doesn't make you that doesn't mean you excelling off ball.
Man, bro, I wasn't finished, bro. I wasn't finished, my nigga. Like I'm saying on missed shots, the chemistry between him and Luka, like, bro, this man is destroying them off ball, bro. Like,
Are they gonna win the championship this year?
You say, do I think they're gonna win the championship this year?
Yeah, because they can't be stopped, right?
Bro, the West is in trouble, bro.
The West in trouble. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you.
The West is in trouble.
I'm
bro.
glad you said that.
Like, I'm gonna be 100 with you. Like, I don't like the West is in trouble, bro.
That's
like,
dope.
I don't know. Cause bro, I heard you, nigga. Cause I listened to you like the night the trade happened, and you said like that's what happened when you be sitting with dudes who don't know basketball, bro. You get to just get all that shit out, bro. Don't nobody say nothing, bro. You thought that's what I'm saying, bro. These your words, cause see that's why you gotta stick to this, because your words was Luka and LeBron couldn't play together, bro. Them was your words, bro.
I know for a fact that were my words.
Bro, them was your words.
I know for a fact that were my words. I know what my thought process on how this whole thing went down. When I did the trade recap, my analysis was surrounded around why I think Dallas got rid of Luka. Right?
No, bro, I ain't talking about that. I'm saying you and old dude sat there, bro, and said bro, both of y'all said that Luka and LeBron would not work.
So I'm explaining to you what I was talking about. My analysis on the trade recap was centered around why I think Dallas got rid of Luka, and I was talking about Luka. Now, as far as LeBron and Luka playing together, there's a couple of things I brought up. One, Luka doesn't play defense. Two, LeBron doesn't play defense. Those are the things I brought up. The second thing I brought up was probably pertaining to the fact that LeBron likes to play with the ball, and just like Luka likes to play with the ball, right? But the third thing I said is now that you have the biggest overseas star in the biggest market in the NBA in LA, along with LeBron, who's the biggest star in the face of the league in the biggest market in the NBA other than New York, as far as LA, the NBA will be a fool to drop the ball on allowing this team to get as far as possible in the playoffs. So I said the free throws, the star calls, the favor that they're going to get with the whistle is going to be insane. So I knew that was going to go. I knew that was going to go on a run.
No, it ain't. It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same as saying it was, nigga, when MJ was in the league.
Okay.
We know you couldn't look. We know you couldn't touch MJ. Like that just is what it is. Like I don't even like because bro, when you say stuff like that, bro, like sometimes, bro, you forgetting that you know Jordan went to that league office, bro. Like to you know what I mean? Like so when y'all be talking about nigga how the league is now. Like sometimes I think y'all lose sight of that. Like that was the genesis right there. Like that was the genesis. Like it wasn't no. We all of a sudden wanted to start protecting our players. No, nigga, it was because they wanted to protect the player, nigga. Like we're not gonna act like. So I'm just saying, like we're gonna keep that like that's even on all sides. Like, because you speak a lot about like referees and and all that.
I do.
I
do.
Yeah, you do, and I just be wondering, like, what do you think the referee like? If like you, I know you don't think that you like this started looking like right now. Like so what I'm saying is that if you think it's going on like now, and you real heavy into it, then. Nigga, Jordan and like I mean, come on now, like I'm just saying, if anybody got it, nigga, we know Jordan got it. Like,
yeah,
so
whoever the face of the league is probably going to get some star calls. So MJ at one point, Shaq at one point, Kobe got it for a little bit, LeBron for sure, Steph, but they're all going to get it. So if they're all getting the same star calls in their career, it still boils down to, with that star treatment, Mike three-peated twice. LeBron ain't never three-peat with a super team.
I agree with you, bro.
Okay.
So why? So I wholeheartedly agree with what you just said. So if that's what it is, then why bring up that they're gonna get star calls? You just said it is understood. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I'm wondering,
because it's obvious that LeBron and the Lakers couldn't play winning basketball consistently enough to be a top team in the league. So them getting star calls. Hold on. I'm answering your question. The Lakers getting star calls is the primary reason that they can compete against teams, right? Michael Jordan getting star calls, he was already competing because he was the best player in the league and nobody could stop them. So that was already on top of the thing. Him getting star calls was just him. The NBA's way of stopping what Detroit was doing to him. They didn't want to see that no more. But he was going to have his team contending whether you liked it or not, without the star calls or not. LeBron needs the star call. LeBron and the Lakers need those star calls to even compete. That's the difference. How can we
say that though?
Because before Luka got there, they was barely keeping their head above water.
What do you mean? Like LeBron, hey bro, it ain't no other team in the NBA that's been more successful, nigga, than LeBron, nigga, and the Lakers, nigga, since he been there. Like, so what you got
to be kidding me.
Give me the team.
You got to be kidding me.
Give me the team. I'm waiting. Now give me the team. It just looked different, bro.
You think LeBron and the Lakers have been successful, more successful than any other? So look, you can just name the team.
Who done won more than one championship, bro? Like, give me that. Let's be facts, not feelings.
Jason Tatum has led the Celtics to 2 finals and 4 Eastern Conference finals and won a championship. That team has been way. Success. The Celtics have been way. Hold on. That's just one team.
That ain't success, bro.
Okay.
Like, I can't believe a Jordan fan is saying this.
Lord.
So now you want to count appearances.
It's more successful than not getting there, brother.
So, but you don't use that one. Bro, you can't talk. You talking too much right now, bro. Because that would make me mean that you hold that same weight to everybody, right?
Yes, that means if you make it to the final. Hold on. Yeah, so making it to the finals, and if you're trying to measure success, making it to the finals is more successful than not making it to the finals. Now, making it to the finals is not more successful than winning the finals. So yes, you can't act like that just because I said that Jason Tatum made it to the finals twice, won once, and made it to the conference finals 4 times, being more successful than LeBron missing the playoffs 1 year, losing in the first round 2 years, losing in the conference finals 1 year, and making it to a bubble championship 1 year, and say that that's more successful than the Celtics. No, it's not.
Bro, they both won 1 championship.
All right. You said which team was more successful. I showed you a team.
You window dressing.
I showed you the
No,
team that
no,
was
I'm
more
saying,
successful.
yeah, I'm saying you're calling that success. Like I'm talking about winning championships. Like
I'm just talking about more successful. More successful. You said the word more. You didn't ask me who won the most rings. You said who was more successful.
No, bro, I get that. I'm saying that your interpretation was what you interpreted.
Yeah,
Right?
that's not an
I'm cool with that.
interpretation though.
I'm saying,
That's not an
I'm saying,
interpretation.
yes, it is.
No, it's
I'm
not.
saying my definition of success is when you win rings, bro.
Okay, so just say who has won more rings than LeBron.
That's what I mean by more successful. No, I just said since he been in LA, ain't no team been more successful than he has.
Lord,
that's all I'm saying.
All right.
Like so, yeah, like that's what it is, bro. Like, bro, you just said, bro, it's about winning. You just sat here and said that, bro.
Yeah.
So we gonna chill and focus on the winning part. That's success, bro. Like you can't you saying one thing, nigga, but when it don't fit your narrative, bro, you flipping around because I ain't never heard you say appearances matter.
I never been asked who has been more successful in the last 5 years than the Lakers.
Nah, bro,
you've never what you meant to say if you've never heard me say when comparing Michael Jordan to LeBron, and I'm talking about who won the most. Yes, appearances don't matter in that case because in Michael Jordan's case, he got there 6 times and won 6 times. So I'm not going to measure. I'm not going to measure 6-0 and then say, well, shoot, 4 and 6 is better than 6-0. That's
Who said that? Who said that?
That's why I'm telling you why you've never heard me say, because you talking about in context of that.
Bro, you have never heard me say that, bro.
Yeah, all right. Well, you just implied it, but you know what?
Bro,
I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on to the next topic. We're talking in circles, man. And you cook. We're talking in circles, and you cook, and I need to take you out the oven.
All right, bro. All right, bro. That's a bit, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
Yep. Man, Young just be trying to call the daggone what's the word I'm looking for? He just want to cause confusion, like my homeboy Simply Ball Dropping used to say. Young called to cause confusion, man. All right, man. Let me try to get these super chats. RJ Raider with the $2 super chat. No comment. I appreciate that. Taco Master. Hell yeah. All these stupid analytics. Why the heck don't they have contested rebounds too close to making defense relevant? I sense it myself. Mikey Brass rejoined us as a member. Appreciate that. Christian Woods, yo, what's up? I'm late to the party. Hope all is well. I've been watching this junk show. We got going on in the politics. Need a break from all that. Man, I'm telling you, but it's that Trump stuff and the Elon stuff is crazy, man. That's crazy. Let's move on, y'all. All-Star Weekend was not too long ago, and I missed my opportunity to cook on it, right? So what I get to do is talk about Byron Scott and on his podcast, him and his co-host, they talked about it, right? And he had a message that he wanted to give Mr. Adam Silver. And this is coming from one of the OGs of the NBA, man. It's high tide that Adam Silver started listening to these dudes, man. So this is what Byron Scott wanted to say to Adam Silver, and I guess you can say this is his message to Adam Silver. And I hope I play the right one. Let me see.
Mr. Silver, I love you. I think you've done a fantastic job. But listen, this All-Star game has gone to shit. Players don't want to play. Fans don't want to watch. We trying all these gimmicks. Let's get back to the basics. Let's go back to 80s basketball. You got the coaches. You got the fan picking All-Stars. You got the coaches picking the reserves. They go out there. They play hard. Guys don't want to play. Find their ass. That's what we got to get back to. And you know what? Go back to the old rules too. Because I'm telling you, players will adjust, okay? But all this gimmick and all this other bullshit, you know, we were just talking. It's 3 hours of watching TV with 40 minutes of basketball. Too much. People want to watch the guys play against the best in the world. Let them play against the best in the world, but bring it back to the old days. Get rid of all this analytical shit, and let's play basketball again.
It's called Byron Scott's Fast Break.
So I like what he said. Adam Silver, get back to the basics. Stop adding gimmicks to the game, right? I want y'all to think about it this way, right? If the objective for the All-Star game is to get the best players that's in the league that year, put them on the floor to see them compete for bragging rights. We want to see a competitive game with a compilation of the best players. That's what we want to see. When basketball is involved, it's all about competition. Competition makes the game enjoyable to watch. That's the reason why people watch more NBA than they watch Harlem Globetrotters. That's the reason why people watch more NBA than they watch and one basketball. We want to see real competition with fair rules on an even playing field. Roll the ball out, go out and see who has the better team, the better player, the better coach. Let's see who can put all that together and win. So when it comes to the All-Star game, we just want to see the end result of when you put these best players on the floor and they go out and compete against each other, who's going to come out on top? That's the goal. The goal is for us to find out who the best is, who won it the most, right? It's the only goal. Show us competition and we're going to enjoy the game. Now they're trying to add all this other stuff to make it fun and all this. So we might as well go watch the circus or the Harlem Globetrotters if we want all these gimmicks. The gimmicks are not necessary, right? If I lay my girl down and I want to satisfy her, man, you don't have to bring in all these toys and beads and gerbils and all. Like if you got to do all of that just to get her to her, you get what I'm saying, to her climax, then hey man, something ain't right. Right? If you just can't roll the basketball out and say, here's the best in the East, the best in the West, go out here and get the bragging rights for this season. East versus West, best versus best. You know what I mean? You got Kobe on one side, you got LeBron on the other side. You already know that's competition. They want to prove to each other what they, saying, hey, look, I get to get you on this daggone stage, and I get to, the rules are a little bit relaxed, so I get to cook you. I ain't gotta run fields, triangle offense, and none of that. I can do my thing. Come guard me. Right? That's what it's about. When you adding all these gimmicks, that's letting you know something ain't quite right. You show up to a girl in the hotel room, there's candles everywhere, and I got freaking Don Julio, a honey pack, Viagra, a sex bead, a rose, a bullet, a chain, a gerbil, some syrup, strawberries. I got all of this stuff, and all she want to do is just get off. And I got to do all of that. That's what you're doing. You're oh man, celebrity game, and let's break it up and let's let Shaq and them pick a team and let them compete. And then you know what? Let's do world versus the USA and let's do let's bring in the females to do a 3-point contest against Steph and all of this crazy stuff, insane stuff. Well, all you got to do is just get the best players and throw them on the court and keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Just simple. Keep it simple. Compete. It's not called for. You know what I mean? If you can throw that thing, throw good thing. You don't have to show up with all this extra stuff. It's overkill at this point. But keeping it with the All-Star, right? Why is it sucking so bad? Why is it so bad? Brendan Haywood, he had something to say about it. I'm not gonna play what he said because I think it's kind of more impactful what Mike Wilbon said on his show as a response to what Brendan Haywood said. But basically, Brendan Haywood said the reason why the All-Star game sucked is because the face of the league and the leaders of the league let it die. And I talk about that all the time. We talk about this era. We talk about it being LeBron's era, KD's era, Steph Curry's era. And we talking about all the things that come with this era. And when you really think about it, it's a lot of things that died in the NBA during this era. Competition died. All these players want to team up and play with each other instead of going to go prove that they're better. Like, I would love to find out who the king of the East was when Cleveland had LeBron, Melo came over to New York, and Wade was in Miami and Bosh was in Toronto. It would have been nice if Wade, Bosh, and LeBron didn't team up and beat up on Carmelo. Because if Carmelo, Wade, Bosh, and LeBron are all on the same level, let's put LeBron slightly above all of them. But if they're all somewhat on the same level, it'd be nice for all four of them to compete to find out who the best really was. Right? So, but that we couldn't find out if Wade was better than LeBron because they never competed against each other enough for us to determine it. They teamed up. We couldn't find out if Carmelo was better than Wade, Bosh, or LeBron because all three of them teamed up to go against Melo. He never got to prove it. Right? It would have been nice to know that. So, but in this era, competition definitely died. In this era, the big man died, the post game died, the mid range died. The MVP award died. Like, we don't even know what the MVP is anymore. The All-Star game died. The dominance we had over the world in the Olympics died. I mean, we took home some bronze medals a couple of times. Now they saying that the gap is almost closed on the world when it comes to the Dream Team. Defense died in this era. One more thing died. And I want to say definitely defense died. It's just a lot of things in this era that died, and you got people like LeBron to blame for that. All right, and that's what Brendan Haywood is saying. The All-Star game died, and you got to look at people like LeBron. This is what Mike Wilbon responded.
Longtime NBA center Brendan Haywood has a theory as to why the event has been struggling. Quote, the face of the league sets the temperature. Michael Jordan set the standard because the standard was set before him with guys like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. You know when the quality of the All-Star game really started going down? When Kobe Bryant retired. He held up the standard. No one's running with it right now. Everybody's running from it, and that is the problem, close quote.
What a shot this is at LeBron James. When you say the face of the league, LeBron James has been the leading face of the league for 15 years at least.
Steph Curry?
No, LeBron James.
Kevin Durant?
No, they're there. LeBron James. This is a complete shot at him. And he didn't play in the All-Star game a couple of days ago, and he was a late scratch. Boy, it's a shot at LeBron.
Every syllable that came out of Brendan Haywood's mouth is right on the money. I don't care who the face is. This is true. The All-Star game stinks.
Yeah, it's no good.
It embarrassed the commissioner of the game last year, but he does not have the power, the leverage to get the players to play hard. And those players want the viewers and the patrons and the networks to care more about what they do than they care. That's garbage. And it moved to garbage.
Yeah.
So last year, there was so many complaints about how bad the All-Star game was, right? And it got so bad that before the All-Star game, Adam Silver They had it in Indiana. So they bring in Larry, none other than Larry Legend, Larry Bird, the hick from Cowlick, Mr. Indiana. He comes in and talks to the East and the West All-Stars just to give them a pep talk on how important it is for them to go out there and actually compete for real. What the All-Star game mean, what it means to be a face of the league, and all these things. He went in and gave them a pep talk. And all I remember last year, because I did a show on this, is they went out there and stunk up the court so bad last year that even after the game, Obama was on a podcast talking about how bad the All-Star game was, right? So I remember Larry Bird talked to them before the game, but Stephen A. Smith gave us some insight just a couple of weeks ago about how the players told him that as soon as Larry Bird gave him that pep talk and walked out of the locker room, LeBron James gave the look to everybody like, man, we're not doing that nonsense, man. French lick. Okay, not cow lick. Cow lick is when your hair. Hey, thanks, Jeff. But so LeBron, according to Stephen A. Smith, gave everybody the look like, nah, we're not doing it. We ain't going out there to get hurt, and we ain't competing. Man, go out and do, man, whatever, man. Go out there and suck it up again. You know, this is the face of the league. This is the leader. Right? I don't know if that's true, but it sure do sound like it is. It sure do make a lot of sense. Right? So you can't dissolve yourself as the face when it's convenient. Like, you know, this is your leadership that's leading the NBA to this slow death. Right? That's what he's doing. So I don't blame Brendan Haywood for calling it out and saying that when Kobe Bryant left the game, he was the last of a dying breed. That's what Dominique Wilkins called Kobe Bryant, the last of a dying breed. They don't make him like that no more. Here's the GOAT talking about his mentality when he was a player and why he can't coach in this era.
I have no patience for coaching. You know, my biggest problem from a competitive standpoint is the focus of today's athlete and the focus of where I saw the game, how I pursued the game. It changes and it's totally different. For me to ask that individual to focus on the game the way I played the game, in some ways would be unfair for that kid to have to endure that. And if he didn't do it, no telling where my emotions would be. I don't think I would have the patience for it. So in essence, coaching is something that I've never really felt I could do from an emotional standpoint because I'm much different and I have a different perception about things than what the kids do today.
He said his mentality and how he approached the game and how he played the game, it'd be unfair for him to have the expectation on these kids in this era. So he recognizes that after a couple of times of trying, I've been a team owner. I've came down from the press box or from my office. I've put my uniform on, my gym clothes, and came down and played some of my players that play for my team. And what he's seeing around the NBA is that mentality that he had, that Magic had, that Bird had, that Dr. J had, got passed down to Kobe. It didn't get past Kobe. It stopped at Kobe. A lot of people have said that. And he's saying, look, it is unfair. It would not be fair for me to expect a player in this era to act like I did, to approach the game the way I did. It's just not fair. So I would never coach because I don't think I can get that out of them. And if I can't get that out of them, there's no telling what my response is going to be to that. So smart for him to recognize I just can't pull it out of them. So let me just stay out of coaching. I just can't do it. I would be frustrated, right? That is a sad, sad state of affairs for the NBA because you got people leading your league, being the face of your league that are not real competitors. Your best player that you call on GOAT level, that you call the face of the league, that you call the best in this era, this guy hated competing so bad that he joined the guys he was supposed to be competing against to form a super team so he can go and beat someone that he claimed that he was better than. You claim you better than Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Garnett. You claim you better than Carmelo. You claim you better than Kobe and all of these guys. You claim you better than Dirk, but you needed a super team to beat them, and they didn't have a super team. Dwight didn't have a super team. Melo didn't have a super team. Gilbert Arenas, Paul George, DeMar DeRozan, they did not have super teams. Derrick Rose did not have a super team. Chauncey Billups and Rasheed Wallace did not have a super team. Those were your competitors in the East. You were already better than them. You were better than Gilbert. You were supposed to be better than Wade and Bosh and Amari and Carmelo, all in the East. You was better than Paul George. You were supposed to be better than Dwight Howard. These are all the guys in the East. You were supposed to be better than DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. You're better than those guys. Why did you need to team up with two of them to go and beat the guys that you're better than? That's not competition. That's not competition at all. You took the easy way out, right? And that's his mentality, and that's why losing follows him. That's why when he do it the natural way that Kobe did it, that Mike did it, when you do it that way, you lose. When you go to the Olympics and do it the right way, you lose. You come back with bronze. You lost 6 times in the finals. It's a lot of losing that follows you. You take shortcuts. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. So you got to go through the grind if you want to impress people. I'm still impressed by some of the stuff that LeBron has done, but you can't compare it to things that are more impressive. You can't compare it to how Kobe did it or how Mike did it. It's more impressive the way Mike did it. It's more impressive the way Kobe did it. Tim Duncan. That's more impressive, right? It's less impressive to team up, team hop, and build super teams. That's less impressive. So those are my thoughts on that, man. I appreciate y'all for joining the stream. I catch y'all tomorrow for full panel Friday. We'll have the full panel where we'll at least have probably 4 of us tomorrow. We got some other people that's gonna be out tomorrow, but we'll have 4 of us, and we'll catch y'all at the same time on tomorrow, 4:30 Western Pacific. I'm sorry, 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern time. We'll catch y'all there, man. Peace.